Well, let's hope this works this time because I was having some problems. So hopefully the chat will come up. I don't know what happened there. My whole screen just froze. I was trying to get a thumbnail to work, and then it kept freezing everything because I guess it was too large. So hopefully it's good. I'm not seeing chat or anything. So, oh, hello, someone's here. You guys could see this, right? Don't know why the chat isn't updating. It's weird. Should I? No, there's the chat. Okay, yep, there's people. Hello, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys. And this time I know I got messy hair, but I shaved, so there's that. Um, and yeah, I also forgot to plug my phone in, so maybe that would have helped anything. But who's to say for sure? I'm just it's stupid. I'm also overly critical, apparently, according to some people. You say one negative thing about a toy, and it's like, ugh! There we go. There we go. Now it's charging, and now we can just continue doing a live stream. Hello, haha. Remember me? No, maybe. Yes, I don't know. I saw the Fire Brothers was here. You can't sneak past me. Nice beard. Thanks. It's a little messy right now, but thanks. No, I don't remember anyone, so you can stop asking. Who am I? Who am I? I said that I was thrilled about Earthrise Megatron or Magnus being a siege tool and pot posting combusted into flame war. That's nothing new. Do you think you will ever get Studio Series Bumblebee Starscream? I don't know. How many Transformers figures do I have? Probably closer to 900 now. I don't even know who you are. Are you the Uber driver? So a couple of things I wanted to mention before we actually do anything. I've been working on stuff on Ultimate Doom on that channel. I've been working on Halo content for the most part because I've been into Halo. Some people think, oh, what about the Bionicle content? And sometimes I go into Halo and Bionicle, different things. It's just been a while since I've been into Halo because they don't really produce a lot of sets out here. But they've been doing a pretty decent job. The reason why I'm bringing that up is a couple of reasons. Number one, I won a contest from, I believe the Instagram user is Cat on the Roof 0, and then the little bottom slash thing. And I got a couple of figures from him, so I want to shout him out. I also got, you guys know who Chris Vellner is? Well, if you've seen any of my unboxings, you've probably seen, one from him. But he sent me this blue Banshee, which is a pretty tricky one to find, and also completes my Banshee collection, so that's good. He also sent me later on about 27 minifigures, and that's quite a lot, especially when they're the older minifigures, so that was pretty awesome. And on the other channel, I also did this huge live stream. It took about 6 hours to do. Actually, I think around 6.5 hours. But it's split into two parts. And the reason why I had to do that is because I built this thing. And this thing is not a small thing. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. What did I just do? I lift the flap. Look at that. That's one big thing. All textured and everything. Got so many little parts making up the body, which kind of felt tedious. I felt like they could have used, bricks, but it's still a big thing that I paid for. And the reason why I paid for that is because I haven't been disappointed with the Halo set, so I thought, I'm not going to get disappointed by that. Bought it. Wasn't disappointed. Never played Halo before. Is that the Pelican? Yes, it is. You want a nice good size comparison because I'm pretty sure you guys are Transformers fans. I don't know. Here's, I guess, Triptychon, and here's Pelican. So hopefully that gives you some sort of size comparison. It ain't small, you know. Halo sets, that's pretty much the extent of how big they got. I think the only other big things are the Signature Series, and a lot of the Signature Series sets have the same amount of parts as this one. In fact, I got the UNSC Mammoth. That thing is huge, and much bigger than this, but it's also got a difference of 6 pieces total. And I think there's more parts to the minifigures on this one, so I know, Transformers, but I wanted to bring that up because I've been doing stuff on that. I know some people don't want to watch that, and that's perfectly fine. You know, you are open to doing that. You could do whatever you want. It's up to you. But I just decided to bring that up. I also wanted to bring up distribution because I've been asked so many times about Transformers and which ones have you been finding? Which ones have you been getting? Now, a part of it is kind of my fault. I haven't really been going after a lot of the Transformers that have been out. I know that there were pre-orders for Wave 2. I know that there's a couple of Wave 3 stuff that you can get, and we do have quite a bit of select stuff. But it hasn't really been that good if you're someone like me who usually likes to shop at an actual retail store because we don't have much going on. The two main stores that are around here is Walmart and Superstore. Toys R Us is like half an hour away, um, and that's driving, and I don't drive. So, Earthrise series is coming next month. Will you watch it? Yeah, I got Netflix, so yeah. Um, but as far as what I usually shop for, it's usually what comes out of Walmart mostly, and I haven't found much. It's been a while since I've been there, so maybe they do have the Wave 2 MicroMasters. I'm hoping, but as far as anything else, no, it's just Wave 1 again regurgitated. Um, we've had multiple cases of the Wave 1, which it took a while for us to get. So many grapples, still so many grapples. And the only Wave 2 thing that I own, so anything actually past Wave 1 of Earthrise, I think I said Studio Series, but anything past Earthrise is Slitherfang. That's it. That's all I got. I haven't even gotten any of the Selects Earthrise stuff. What is your favorite character from Morpher Separation Siege? I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched it. I haven't actually rewatched it. I don't know. Kind of like Wheeljack. Is that good enough? Jetfire. There you go. RC is the one that I wanted to find. And I know she's getting a repack in Kingdom, which, by the way, anyone who thinks that, oh, the Kingdom one's going to be better, yeah, you are going to set yourself up for disappointment because it's the same figure. I recently got told that some people believe that that new RC is going to be so much different and so much better compared to the Earthrise one, and maybe the quality is going to be different because it's, I don't know, different release technically, I guess, because sometimes when you do have something that's repacked, sometimes the quality either takes a dive or it's the same or it goes up. It's kind of hit or miss. But that RC is the Earthrise RC. It's the same thing they did with Astro Train, the Leader Class Optimus Prime, Smashdown, Rung, and other various figures. They're just putting them in the next line. So you are going to be disappointed. But But yeah, I want to find RC. I want to find Alicon. Smokescreen is cool, but he's not at the top of my list. I have the Siege one, so if I miss out, nah. Um, what's the other one? I want to get. Is it Fast Track that's in that wave? No, Airwave. Airwave's in that wave. I want to get that. I saw him a couple of times in some of the online stores. Like I'm not afraid to buy it from Amazon and ToysRUs.ca, but even then they don't usually put out anything. So yeah, we've just been mostly getting wave one. And you know what's stupid, by the way? I want to bring this up. I know I'm going all different directions right now, but it's my live stream. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. You know what's stupid about Canadian Black Friday? Despite the fact that we don't have Thanksgiving at the same time, we actually have it a month beforehand. But we still have Black Friday. We still have Cyber Monday. You know what the sales were for Siege? That's how bad it is. The sales were for Siege toys. They suddenly brought out Refractor, Hound, and Brunt and Red Alert and that entire boxed wave, because I believe Hound was a repack in that wave. Um, they brought that entire wave out at Walmart, and they put that on sale. Now it was a pretty good sale. It was $15 for them, even though they sold out online so fast. Which, by the way, I feel like is a scummy move that all the companies are playing. I do not buy into the fact that they just all of a sudden sold out like that, because those figures were on Walmart for a couple of weeks and then all of a sudden they're on sale and they're just sold out within minutes. Yeah, I kind of call bullshit on that. Toys R Us really does the same thing too. But regardless, anyways. So yeah, Siege Wave 1. And then you move on to have the multi-pack one-step changers from Robots in Disguise with that apparent exclusive Optimus Prime. That thing's on sale because nobody fucking wants it. And then uh leaders are on sale, the Siege one. So if you didn't buy those with the Shockwave and Ultra Magnus, even though I'm pretty sure you have, because Shockwave's been everywhere, you could still probably get them despite the sale. But Shockwave and Ultra Magnus, they were on sale. Oh, cool. I believe Astro Train was too, which, not bad, but it's not at the top of my list. It's anything that was Siege. And then I think some of the Siege Voyagers or Deluxes were also on sale. I think it was Voyagers because they had. You know what's funny? They did not put in Springer when that was out, and then all of a sudden last week Springer was on Toys R Us. We don't have Aldi's here. People keep suggesting Aldi's. Canada, as far as I know, does not have Aldi's. I cannot shop at Aldi's. I can't shop at a store that doesn't provide here. So, and if it does, I'm pretty sure the shipping's going to be hell. So yeah, that's been my shopping issues. I think I'm getting Snapdragon from someone, so that's good. I won't be in the not having Snapdragon Club soon. Hopefully, I'll be in the having Snapdragon Club soon, because that was a running joke that we had for a while. Earthrise Megatron. I kind of want to get Double Dealer. Actually, I really do want to get Double Dealer, but I don't want to pay $70 for it because that's the price of a leader class. And then Wave 4 Deluxes, or Wave 3 Deluxes, I don't know what's going on with that. Studio Series, I've had better luck with. I've actually managed to find Topspin, Twin Twist. I'm thinking of the duo. Cliff Jumper and Soundwave. I actually found Soundwave in stores, but who cares about Soundwave? So, and the Voyagers, I think I missed out on Sentinel Prime, unfortunately, even though it's only appeared on Amazon. I have seen Skipjack, but I'm not worried about it because someone's helping me out with that. And then I did see Blitzwing was on there for a while, but I'm not sure if he's still on there. So yeah, some of it is just I haven't been able to, go ahead and get it, but it is what it is. Um, but still, this is the big one. Heard nothing about the breakdown Viacon out here. Nothing. And I'm getting a little pissed off by that. Should be at EB Games. People keep telling me, oh, it'll be on EB Games. Oh, it'll be on Toys R Us. Haven't had a single word about that, but that Starscream from Studio Series, the Bumblebee movie one, yeah, that's on pre-order for EB Games. Why is that on pre-order, but I haven't heard anything about the breakdown pack? Nothing. I know as I'm reducing in viewers, it's probably because I'm complaining too much, because people apparently tell me I'm too negative. Even if I say one bad thing, apparently it's too negative. So that's been my rants. It's been a while, so that's why I had to go on a rant. Jeez, I don't even know if my last live stream that I did before this, I don't even know if that was in October. Do you think we'll get Broadside for Kingdom? No. Hey, Fire Brothers. Oh, that was the other thing. So I'm getting a sponsor. Probably should have mentioned that. I'm getting a sponsor on Ultimate Doom. It is the Mega Constructs World Trader Group. And unfortunately, I don't have a link to provide right now. But they are providing me with a couple of Halo sets to do videos on. So yeah, they're doing it free of charge. So I wanted to bring that up because they're helping me out. Might as well help them out. Raid Shadow Legends is a game where you can look at a shadow and point to it. I want that to be a game. I want to make a parody game where you just look at a bunch of shadows. You do hand puppets or shadow puppets. Okay, what would you do today? Oh, there's another update I need to bring up. Canadian Reviewer. So, it's been a while since I've actually filmed a review. And you're probably thinking, didn't you just post one like the Black Arachnia review? What are you talking about? Why do I have this accent? Well, the Black Arachnia Cyberverse review, that was out probably a couple months ago, or that was edited and finished a couple months ago. It's been a couple of months since I've done a Transformers review, actually, and actually filmed and edited and blah blah blah. And it was kind of tricky for me because there were certain things that I actually forgot how to do, like, oh, how do I do transformation? The funny part about that is I discovered that on my camera. See, when you have it on video format, you can only go to certain dimensions, or it gives you the option to change dimensions, but it also has a photography mode. And the thing about that is that's when you can change the brightness, contrast, colors, blah blah blah. And that's typically what I use. But I thought that it would mean that everything would have to be in this massive quality. Well, my computer, this is the reason why I don't do 1080 or 4K. It's pretty tricky for me to do anything in super high quality. I would love to go higher, but it's just very tricky to do so. And with the videos that I do, because I usually use that setting, it's to the extreme. Like the video format is, I think, 2000 something, and then the photos are about like 6000 something. I can't remember what the exact dimensions are, but it's massive. I just found out the other day I can change that even in the photography mode. Okay. I've had that camera for a couple of years and didn't even know that I could do that. And it made everything so much easier. Like the transformation was a very long process for me to actually process into an actual file. Because usually I do it in portions, so the transformation counts with that. Um, so I process every clip and then I compile it together to make the review. But that and when I'm doing the articulation, that's usually a hassle because I'm trying to go through and every clip, and my computer is being so slow that I can't really do much with that. But now, hey, would you like a Studio Series 86 Insecticons? Maybe, but I could also see them just the original ones because I mean they kind of did that with the clones, so I feel like if they wanted to, they could just do that. I wouldn't mind seeing a 3-pack of the original generations Insecticons, but yeah. Oh, Canadian reviewer update. Duh. So, anyways, what I was trying to say was that for Canadian reviewer, I have filmed a review. I have also written a couple of other reviews that I'll be working on very soon, and that's going to be the last of the year. So we'll move on to 2021 after that. But the reviews are as follows, and this is going to be the next batch of reviews. This is going to be December's list. On December, what was it, 6th or 7th? Whatever the Saturday is, because they're going to be on Saturdays. Most of them are going to be on Saturdays. There is one. But the first review, I'll just say that. The first review to come out is going to be, I think it's going to be Smashdown from the Generations. And then there's also the Earthrise version, which now I got it in an Earthrise package that's just hanging there because someone got it for me, and I thought, okay, this is kind of perfect how that happened. But yeah, Smashdown, he's going to be the next review. So even though some people tell me don't do short reviews, they suck, I've actually been ranted at for that. Anyways, so that's going to be the next review. The review following is going to be Caliburst. So that is the black and purple Target Master. And then I think it's December 19th is going to be, hopefully, if I can get everything right, the Jet from the Transformers Studio Series line, the deluxe class form. The reason why I decided to do that is because with my Studio Series, if I get that done, I have a whole wave complete because I got the Bumblebee, I've got the Roadbuster, and then I just need to do the review of Matter. And then for the last week of reviews, there's going to be 2 reviews, and they're going to pretty much finish off 2020. And even though there's probably not going to be a New Year's Eve review, I do plan on doing at least a review, that's going to be after the Christmas one, just how it's scheduled. So on Christmas Day, you are going to get a review, and it's not going to be a new Transformer. It's going to be one that's kind of old. I think it's definitely more than 10 years because Transformers Prime is now 10 years old. But it is going to be Transformers Animated Deluxe Class Ironhide. So that's what review you're going to get. The reason why I decided to do that is because I looked around and I thought, there's nothing really, something that could turn into like a festive, joke or theme to it. I mean, granted, I did Revenge of Megatron from the Studio Series line, and that's not really Christmassy, but still, regardless, I wanted to do something that's semi-Christmassy. And the review itself isn't too holiday-esque, but there is a holiday-esque intro to it. But the reason why I decided to choose that is because that Ironhide looks like Santa Claus if steroids. So that's pretty much it. And then the next day is going to be the Saturday, which I tried to post the reviews. And on that day is going to be the figure we talked about earlier, funny enough, Transformers Generation Siege Springer. There you go. So, yeah, that's going to be your list of reviews. So, I'm not going to go through them again. But I have to work on the Shatter one, and I have to work on the Springer one. Despite the fact that I've already done Ironhide, and that's technically not the one I should have done. I should have done Shatter first. Whatever. Anyone disappointed with the Transformers this year? I am. First of all, distribution of the figures that I should be able to find, I have not been able to find. So that's already a pain in the ass. Really shouldn't have been that hard. I don't get it, but whatever. Um, so the distribution has been really bad this year, especially. I know COVID's a thing, so it could be that, but still, we get new figures in anyways. I don't know why we don't get RC and Elicon and whatnot. But regardless, so that's bad. And then furthermore, the exclusives have been really bad because if you don't buy it now, it's probably going to be gone forever. Had that happen a couple of times now. And if you want to see my Earthrise collection, it's really not that much. I have, aside from the leader class Optimus Prime, I've got the entire first wave. And then for wave 2, I got Slitherfang. I don't have any of the Earthrise Selects figures. And by the way, the reason I know that for the Selects, it's not technically Earthrise because they don't list that off with the name. But the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm talking about figures that came out during Earthrise. So even Rotor Storm, despite the fact that it's a Siege repaint, I consider that an Earthrise Selects figure right now. Just to kind of define the time point of these releases and what I'm talking about. So yeah, don't have any of those. I know a lot of them are available on Toys R Us. I just haven't really jumped again, so that's kind of my fault too. But there's been a couple of that. Oh, here's this, and then we're gonna take it away. Especially with the bigger box sets, like we got the smaller deluxe class figures. We got Hubcap, and I've seen Bug Bite a couple of times. I saw Rotor Storm was up, Exhaust, and whatnot. But Grease Pit and Hot House. But when it comes to the 2-pack of the Sunstreaker repaints, it's here and then it's gone. The Shattered Glass pack, it's here, gone. Um, I had not seen. There was a multi-pack that was part of that Odyssey line that came out before the Ratchet and Lifeline. I did see that Ratchet and Lifeline were available, so that's cool. But anything else other than that Odyssey pack? Don't know anything about. Um, and there's just been various other figures. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, people should buy me these figures, but I mean, come on, I'm tired of exclusives. I really am so sick and tired. It has gotten to the point where I almost don't care about most of the figures that come out. I have my opinion on it because I'm passionate about Transformers, but otherwise, buying the figure, it's just been so much going on, and most of them are repaints, most of them are exclusives, a lot of them are hard to find, a lot of them are hard to get, a lot of them are characters that I wanted as toys, um, and they're just becoming a little too difficult. It's not fun. That's why I've been into Halo a little more because finally they're putting stuff out, and I'm catching up on all that stuff. But even then, like we don't have Dollar General. Dollar General has a bunch of Halo sets out there that completely got missed out here. And then Target apparently also has them that we don't. So that's frustrating too. Halo Heroes Series 12 or but I haven't been to Toys R Us, so I can't find that. I actually recently had to buy a couple of figures online from the Facebook Marketplace, which I don't normally do. This is the first time I've ever done that. And no complaints to the person. The person who I bought it from was very nice, and I don't blame him for this. But the shipping was hell. Um, it was a lot more than what we thought it was going to be, and I'm more pissed off at myself for that because I kind of felt like I should have saw it coming. But yeah. So glad to get stuff off my chest. Are you getting the Devastator set? Okay, cool fact about that. So, Devastator. I've got Scavenger, I've got Scrap Metal, I've got High Tower, Long Haul, and Rampage. And is that it? I think I got. Oh, and Scrapper. Did I say Scrapper? I don't think I did. So I got 6 out of the 8, technically 9. The cool thing about that is I don't have to worry about the rest. So, I'm getting Mixmaster from a friend, and then I'm also getting Overload and Skipjack from a friend too. So not only will I have a complete Devastator, but I'll be able to swap out Skipjack. There we go. Which is cool because Rampage is one of my favorites of the Constructicons, so that's cool. So, haha, I don't have to worry about Devastator. I'm also getting a couple of Siege figures too soon, so that'd be cool. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? I'm trying to think of stuff to talk about. Ask me questions. I will wait for questions. Happy 10th anniversary to Transformers Prime, by the way. I noticed the boxes up there. I was thinking, hey, maybe I should talk about that. Do I think Rampage for Kingdom? I don't know. Might be after Kingdom, I think. If anything, they might try to catch up a couple of figures, but I don't think he's going to be in Kingdom. Especially considering that they're doing mostly Season 1 characters. And I think Rampage was Season 2. Are you getting SS Cliffjumper? I would like to get SS Cliffjumper. Depth Charge? No, I don't think they're going to do Depth Charge in Kingdom. I think if anything, if they're going to do a later season character, it's going to be a repaint of another character. Like, I think if they'll do Ravage, it's going to be just because they have that mold. So I don't think they're going to do. And I think as far as the first line of characters, I feel like it's not even just season 1. I feel like it's going to be early season 1. I don't think they're going to do Inferno as the ant, which I would love for them to do. I will be celebrating 2-year anniversary on January 8th. Cool. I'll be celebrating 10 in March. I want them to do a Tarantulas. They should do a Tarantulas. He's one of the original characters. Don't know what's that. I'd be upset if they didn't because he's such a big character. So when you review, okay, can you guys? One thing I ask of you, please don't ask me what I'm reviewing or what I'm not. I told you my plans of what I'm reviewing. The reviews I already have scheduled, and then the ones coming out later on. Let me tell you this: those are the reviews I know I'm doing. So you ask me, see Jolt, see Shockwave, Earthrise Starscream, SS First Movie Megatron. You ask me any of those, I don't know. I would love to do those, but I don't know. If you would bring any movie characters to the Studio Series line, even obsolete ones, who would it be? Obsolete. I mean, they're doing the whole movie, so I don't know what would be considered obsolete. Hatchet. When it comes to characters Hasbro is releasing, I think that... Okay. I feel like Kingdom Brinox might be a retool of the original. No, he's not going to be. Oh, similar to how Earthrise Starscream is. Okay, I thought you meant he's going to reuse the same parts. Yeah, I think he might, but I'm not sure. I mean, you look at the Rat Trap, even though the Rat Trap is smaller, although I think the Rhinox is going to be smaller than that original one, so I don't know. Also, please don't ask, are you buying this? because I don't know what I'm getting. Ask retail stores. Would you like core class? Yeah, I think that'd be kind of nice. I'd be curious if they do a deluxe, but I mean that one that came with Grimlock is not really selling it for me. We got 28 viewers and 28 likes. Do you think Studio Series will ever do figures of toy-only characters like Breakaway once they run out of movie characters? I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna do things like break. Well, they could do Breakaway because he was in the video game at least. I don't think they're gonna do things like Stockade or Camshaft or whatever else. I know people keep saying, "Oh, they might," and then they freak out over that and they think, "Oh, I'm gonna be super excited if they do it because I mean they did Skipjack." But I feel like Skipjack is a special case because the reason why you got Skipjack is because technically Devastator's legs should have been yellow anyways. But Rampage in the movie was red, so they decided, oh, let's just make them two different characters, and we're going to call the other one Skipjack because that was technically an original name that was in the casting list. Um, Even though I feel like Skipjack was just the original concept name that they went with, and then they went with Rampage later on, uh, much like how Devastator was Brawl. I don't feel like, as far as that's concerned, they're not going to do Long Arm or they're not going to do, let's say, Ramjet unless it's the Bumblebee movie version and they just call it one of the Seekers Ramjet. I don't feel like they're going to do that. Um, I mean, with that said, they could also do some of the repaints from that line. Like Ironhide's got a couple of them. I'm looking at a blue one that came with Bone Crusher right now. There's a red version that they could do either based on the Leader Class one or the Cannon Force one from Dark of the Moon. There's the Jungle Strike Ironhide that they could do, the Nest Ironhide they could do from Revenge of the Fallen. But are they going to do that? The most likely candidate would be the red Ironhide. But I don't know if they'll do that. I would love to see G1 redecos of Studio Series figures because they could do a lot with that. They could do Starscream Crosshairs if they wanted to. Bring back that mold. Roadbuster, I think they could probably do. If they do Top Spin, I would like to see it in Twin Twist colors like they did in Dark of the Moon. But they could do Sideswipe, even Barricade if they want to make them in blue and pink. Um, Ratchet. Did I say Ironhide? I feel like I did. Did I say Starscream? I feel like I did. If they do Starscream, they could also do like a Thundercracker just as a special case. Um, I don't feel like this is one thing that people say, oh, they're going to make a G1 Devastator. Are they really? I mean, it's kind of weird that they just did a box set. I don't think they're going to expect us to buy into a G1 Redeco Devastator because I feel like that's going to be too much. I feel like if anything, you would get a G1 version of some of the Constructicons, and it would be only some of them that had that original color scheme. Like, I don't feel like they're going to do that for Scrap Metal, but they could do it for Scrapper because he's an original Constructicon. They could do it for Hightower, but I don't know. I don't feel like they would. I would like to see that in Scrapper. Green and purple. I think he'd be pretty cool. Mixmaster they could do because technically Revenge of the Fallen had that, so they could easily do that. I'm talking in the toy line, but yeah, people who say that they're gonna do the video game characters. Like it's one thing to say okay maybe they will because it's open. They could potentially do that or the original toy characters. I guess they could, but I don't think they will. They're not going to do. I'm very certain they're not going to do a Studio Series Breacher, Sea Spray, Brawn, uh, unless it's the Bumblebee movie one, of course. Dropkick, um, uh, Hot Shot, technically, because we got Crosshairs. Whirl, because he's got a couple of different forms. Um, Trying to see what else they could do. Any of the Human Alliance basic ones. I don't know why anyone would think that. Trying to see what else they did. Or even the Walmart exclusive figures. Wreckage. Wreckage would be a cool one to do, but I don't think they're gonna do that. I would love to see a new Wreckage though. Because that was a figure that was a character that they were going to implement into the movie, and then they skipped down that. I feel like if they did a studio series Wreckage, I would love that. Um, there was another character. Oh, yeah, but they did Steeljaw, and he was in the concept. Yeah, but he was also in the toy, and he's just kind of thrown in with Leadfoot. It's not really a significant piece of Leadfoot, and it's not a toy in itself, so. Who was your favorite Seeker? Thundercracker. Acid Storm is a second, because I like green. Uh, Someone asked, which figures do you avoid at all costs? I mean, if I don't have to buy it, pretty much none. If I have to pay for it, then there's probably a couple that I would just be like, I don't want that. But even the Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave, I'm like, okay, I'm not a huge fan of it. It looks kind of dull, and I got that Dark of the Moon one that I really like. Plus, I got the original Revenge of the Fallen one, and it's like just fine. Um, but even then, I'd be like, well, if I get it, I get it. I'm not gonna argue with it. Ah, oh, I know what this is. I saw an envelope, and I thought it said Dakota's name, and I thought, what did he send me? That was in a small envelope. But no, I got the name wrong, and it's someone else, someone with the same initials though. So it kind of threw me off. Let me show you a figure that I really like, but is a pain. Check this thing out. That is what's called a Banished Hunter. It is gray and red, and I'm trying to get some focus onto it. It just looks really good. And that only comes available in the Pelican set. Also, a funny story about the Pelican. So, the Pelican itself is $200 out here. And then $200 on top of probably shipping and taxes. It's going to be a lot. It was discounted $50 off at Walmart, and it's been like that for a while. And then Black Friday happened, and they just chose, oh, we're gonna put it as Black Friday, even though it's not really a Black Friday sale. It's been like that for a while. Regardless, I'm not gonna complain about it because hey, more people can get it for cheap because it's a good set. I also forgot to talk about during my rant. So I found the Red Series figures. I found Soundwave, Optimus Prime, and Megatron. But you know what? I haven't found a single damn Netflix thing. Nothing. And people are finding Wave 2. Okay, that's cool. Scrapface, Decepticon Mirage. Nothing. So yeah, that's been a pain in my ass. Feel like I'm not getting an updated chat. Okay. What is the Pelican? This is the Pelican. Called Pelican Inbound. That's the full set name. It's got a cool gimmick where it's got these little lever things, and you see the landing gear on the back there. All folds up very nicely. And then it's got a satisfying click. Oh, very nice. Oh, very nice. And then you can just take that piece on the back off, lift these up, and lift this section up, bring these up. There's also a little panel on the back here that will move with that, but you gotta remember to fold that back down after you're done. Make sure all the landing gear is down. And I think that's everything. And check this out. I'm going to put this on my knee. It's hard to really get leverage on this, but check that out. Come on. Trying not to drop it because all the weight was going on the back. There we go. So all this is empty space for you to play around with, and you could do whatever you want with that. You could have figures inside and do stuff that could play around and have joyous things go on. So, just a very awesome little gimmick in a very big set. It all closes up very nicely. It's got two ball joints that fit inside. Then you pull everything back down. I don't know why this won't go back down. Fins go back down. Nice ratchet joints too. And then there you go. And you just bring in that little piece right there. Hooks right onto the back. Pelican inbound. Oh, you know what? I was talking about things that were sent by people, but I completely forgot. I also have to thank Justin Yates because he sent me a whole bunch of Bionicle parts, and some of the parts actually finished off a couple of older Bionicle sets that I never got. So that's pretty cool. Came with a little tray piece that goes to one of they're called Borak Vase. And I was finally able to complete one because if I wasn't, I would have to pay a huge price for that one piece that I needed. And then the Paraka set, if anyone remembers the Yo Paraka, I finally finished the black one, and now I've got with the canister sets. So not the Vizon and Fenrak, which is the big one that comes with the little crab guy. I got them all. Yay. What else? Is there anything else that people have sent? I feel like there's more that people have sent. Oh, Junkyard. I believe that's their name. Sent me a whole bunch of cards from the trading card game, and I didn't realize they're all promotional cards too. So yeah, just trying to shout out people, and I also want to give another big shout out to Mega Constructs World Traders. And the reason why I bring those up is because they're going to be sponsoring my other channel. So, yeah. How long did it take you to build the Pelican? Well, it took me, I think, 6.5 hours, but I think it's less than that technically. Because the reason why I say that, I did a live stream, actually 2 different live streams of me building the set. And in both live streams, I didn't just stop to take a break and build it for myself for a while. I built the entire thing in a live stream, or in those 2 live streams. The reason why I had to break it up is because I had to go do something. But yeah, about 6.5 hours, but more or less 6 hours. Review Masterpiece Starscream, or Shockwave. I don't know why I said Starscream. First of all, I already talked about asking for reviews. Second of all, you didn't ask. You actually made a demand. So, no, not right now. And I will do it on my own time. TF Energon. Don't know why people are bringing that up. The show was definitely not the best. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be going into it, but whatever. Did you get a spoiler set Nemesis Prime? I just talked about how I haven't found any of the Netflix stuff. We've been on this for 50 minutes. I felt like it was longer than that. It's kind of weird. Can you give me some extra? No. Do you like the Lightning collection? Isn't that Power Rangers? I'm not into Power Rangers. People keep asking me for stuff, and it's like, no, I don't know you, first of all. If I were to send stuff, I'd send it to people I know. Second of all, I have it. I bought it. I still want it in my collection. Even some of the bad stuff that I have, I want to keep because I want to put it in my collection. Maybe someone got it for me, or I just want it for some other reason, or maybe it's because everything else around it looks good by comparison. Either way, I bought it, or I got it. Hypothetically, do you think Netflix should commission professional English dubs of G1 Japanese Transformer shows? Maybe. Did you find SS Overload? No, but I don't have to worry about it. Oh, another request or demand that I'm not going to take because I've already talked about this. What are you doing for Christmas? I'm going to be staying home. Did I miss the stream? No, it's still going. I actually mentioned you, Justin, for helping me out with the Biuncle parts. Please. Well, if you say please, I already talked about this. I'll repeat it again. The reviews that I talked about earlier in this live stream, the Ironhide, Springer, and Shatter figure that I'm planning to work on. In fact, I actually finished the Ironhide review, so that will be out. Those are the only reviews that I know that I'm going to be doing for right now. So yeah, and I do reviews on my own time. I don't take requests. I certainly don't take demands. So you can ask for a review all you want, but it's not to say it will happen. How long would you watch Beast Wars? I actually rewatched it recently. Do you plan on getting Gigawatt again? Another thing I need to bring up is I won't know because my retail stores have sucked, and it just kind of depends on the time. If I feel like getting something, I'll get it. But how's your day? I'm just trying to start something because you seem to be getting annoyed from people demanding. Uh, my day's okay. Did you watch the latest episode of Mandalorian? Yes! And I want to talk about spoilers, but I. Mm. You can buy Gig One online. That's cool, but I have seen it online, but just depends on how I feel about it right now. I could want something, I could like something, but that doesn't mean I'm going to go after it right now. Could go out for Christmas. Okay, time to be honest. That's actually kind of the reason why I'm not buying Gigawatt right now because I feel like someone's gonna get it for me. So that's the whole reason why I'm not getting Gigawatt right now. Um, so there's that. Wanted to bring that up because yeah, I probably should. God, I love this Pelican. That Pelican is one of the most expensive things I've ever paid for. First time fan, long time watcher. Looking at your background, perhaps it is time to start hanging things from the ceiling. I've thought about that, but I always get nervous about that. I prefer that we don't talk about Mandalorian spoilers. No, I haven't seen that. I don't even know what that is. What is the best TF show? In my opinion, I really like Transformers Prime, but then I rewatch Beast Wars and I'm like, I really like this. It's not because of the animation, because the animation is not that good, especially in the first season. But like, there's one episode about Rhinox going evil, and the animation is just awful. It is awful. But at the same time, I really like the writing and what's going on in the show with the context of it. That I feel entertained by just that alone. I use screw hook. Yeah, I could hook stuff up to the ceiling. It's not that I can't do it, or don't know how to do it. It's just I don't want to because I don't. I also don't like making holes in the ceiling. So because I feel like if I screw something in and take it out, it's just going to cause problems later. So just my personal thing. If you're wondering where the siege stuff is, it's in the other room, by the way. If you're wondering where Earthrise is, it's in the other room. I will say I am trying to get through the Earthrise stuff in as far as reviews because one, there isn't much to really go to. There's like one or two figures that I need to do, and that's it. Because like for right now, until I get more figures, because all I've got is the Starscream and technically the Astro Train. That's pretty much it that I need to review right now. I don't have Skylinks. I know someone just brought that up. I don't have the Leader Class Optimus Prime. Um, would love to get more, but I don't know what's going on with Transformers right now. You have Red Series? No, I don't, but I did find them. I just got Movie Masterpiece, Ironhide, and he was amazing. Oh, nice. What do you think the next Commander Class figure is? I don't know. I'm hoping it's not something that just goes with the arc, if that makes sense. Like maybe a Jetfire remold. That would be interesting. But I'm hoping that it's not just a repaint of one of the figures that we already got. Oh, Animated is a good show too. I especially love the references in that. Do you find the 1986 figures? If I've talked and ranted about how Earthrise has been having poor distribution, I don't think I've found those. Um, Although I did talk about the Red Series, so there's that. But anyways, what was I saying? Commander class, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be broadside. But do you care about the Red Series enough to get it? There's one that I want that's been revealed, but it's not out. That's the RC. I would also like to get the Knockout, because that was a rumor listing. But otherwise, I mean, you look at Generations, and you could pretty much get most of those characters from that. They're decent looking robot modes, and I do get the idea of them. Um, I mean, they have those reaction figures, and these are probably better than those because they could actually do stuff. And I think they're around the same price for them, which kind of sucks. But otherwise, I don't know. Optimal Optimus is the next commander figure. I don't know. Oh, there was a rumor that it's going to be Rodimus Prime, and I feel like a commander class would be way too big. Um, I feel like if he's a leader class with the trailer, that would be fine. And I know there's a rumored listing for Kingdom, but then it also had the name Mutant for it. Oh, I completely forgot. There's also some other Netflix rumors going out, or series rumors. So I should probably mention this because I completely forgot to. So those Titans Returns repaints, the Chrome Dome, Hardhead, Mind Wipe, and Brainstorm. Well, you're gonna get the rest later on. There is a rumor listing of Highbrow, um, Skullcruncher, and Weird Wolf or Wolfwire, whatever you want to call him. So you're gonna get the rest of them, and I thought, oh, this is very confusing. Why are they doing that? Oh, because in Siege we got Eight Face, Snapdragon, Scorponok. It kind of makes sense to put them in actually. Um, Although I feel like a multi-pack would have been cool, but I don't know. Maybe some people are skipping out on the individual ones and can actually catch up. So with Scorponok in mind, I get the idea of that, but I don't really care because I got these guys. Doesn't really matter to me. The only reason why I would like to get Hardhead is because I like Hardhead, and that's pretty much it. Brainstorm looked good, But regardless, I don't need the Chrome Dome. I don't need the Mind Wipe. It's whatever. I feel like I don't need the Highbrow. The Highbrow might be better than the one we got. Skull Cruncher I don't need. Wolfwire would be interesting to see what they do with that, but I don't know. Most of the figures look more like their Takara counterparts, so I think they're going for a more toy-esque paint job and head sculpt. But otherwise, I've got the original ones from the Hasbro line. Don't really care for that. And then Red Series. Yeah, I knew it. I don't know what's with my chat. Are you excited for the Earthrise episodes on December 30th? I mean, it's okay, but eh. Oh, Red Series. So apparently we're also going to get a Red Series Optimal or Optimus Primal and Megatron, which I think is interesting, especially for Megatron, if that is the Beast Wars Megatron, because some people might not want to get the leader. Maybe it's too expensive, or maybe they don't like the kibble, or maybe the color scheme is going to be better on the Red Series one, because that Red Series Cheetor, while I want the deluxe class Cheetor, at least the Red Series one has that gold that I feel like it needed. Um, so I kind of like that, but I don't feel like I need them. But the most interesting one is the Voyager class pack. So apparently we are going to get a Voyager class pack of I just thought of something. Oh, and I hope they do it. Ooh. Okay, stay with me on this. So apparently we are going to get multi-packs of Optimus Primal for the Voyager line. At least I think they're multi-packs, or they're probably just Voyager class boxes, although that doesn't make sense because, I mean, if we're getting an Optimus Primal, there's no sense in getting either the Kingdom one or the Netflix one. But regardless, apparently we're going to get an Optimus Primal. And then we're also going to get a Seeker. Now, the Seeker one definitely interests me. I'm not sure which Seeker it's going to be. Would be cool if it's Nacelle. Would be interesting if they decide to go with Acid Storm. I know there's a Seeker that shows up with the color scheme very similar to Waspinator. Would be cool to see if that just turns out to be Waspinator. But anyways, because that would kind of tie into, with Starscream and the Seeker mold. It kind of ties into it. It would be kind of funny if they do it. But if it's a different colored Seeker or if it's a new Seeker, yes, I want that. But what I thought just now, didn't really clue in, is that the Voyagers usually come with Battlemasters. Now, they could come with Battlemasters, or maybe they don't come with anything and it's just the Voyagers, but I don't think they're going to do that. But if it doesn't come with Battlemasters, which I think they might because Battlemasters wouldn't be in the main line, so to bring them into this, they could do that. But what I think is they're going to do core class repaints. Now, for the Seeker, I'm not sure what they're going to do. Maybe they'll do a rehash from the one other bony character that's in the line, Vertebrake. They could do that, or they could do something else. I'm not sure what's coming out in the later waves, so they could do something with that. But Optimus Primal, they could do Rat Trap with that, or they could also do it with Optimus Prime and just have that dynamic for some reason. I mean, it's possible, but I don't know if they would do that. They could also do like a core class Nemesis Prime and just pack that in with it because he's already in the Netflix line to begin with. They could do that. But what if they do it with Rat Trap, or they do it and repaint it as Pack Rat? Although I think Pack Rat was rumored to be a select figure, but it would be cool. This is out of context, but I'm getting Ironhide and Prowl 2-pack on the 4th. Okay. I have Netflix Megatron. It looks cool, but I have the Generations one, so it's not one that I'm like, I need to get it! I have the chat. This chat sucks. It really does. Not you guys. It's the fact that I have to constantly scroll down to see the newest one. Like it will update by itself, but if I tap on it and just leave it like that, it won't update. Um, and it fades away too until you guys say something. Sorry about that. But yeah, for some reason it will just sometimes stop. Chat's not lagging. It's just it's how YouTube does it. It's completely what YouTube is meant to do, but it just sucks at how it's doing it. Did you forget about the TFX Terminator film? No, because I don't recall anything about that. I know they did a comic series, but as far as a movie, haven't heard anything about that. Might have been considered, but I don't think they will. Star Saber would be nice to do. What do you think of that? People keep asking me that. I have a video on it. You could go to the video and see my opinion on it. I don't think it isn't. No, it's not an Amazon exclusive. The if you're talking about the Tetrajet Bumblebee movie Starscream, it's not an Amazon exclusive. It's actually been listed to be in shipments with the second wave with Hot Rod. So it's not an Amazon exclusive. I thought it was going to be an exclusive, and I thought that kind of makes sense, but it's not. TFX Alien is a comic book series slated for next year. That's news to me. Besides Shockwave, what is your second favorite? I love Warpath, and I'm so glad they're doing one in Kingdom. Although what I will say is this. What the hell is the point of that panel at the bottom there? It just... Like, I hate parts forming in general when it's like that, where... Oh, it's just a piece of kibble that's slapped onto the figure, and let's pretend it's a shield! When obviously that wasn't the case. It's just you didn't want to do anything with it. But with the Warpath, it's just weird because it's there and you don't need it for either mode. It's just there. You could throw that out and it wouldn't change. I would like to see a Treads repaint though, and for those who don't know, Treads is a green repaint of that figure. Before anyone says, "Oh, they're probably not going to do that," they did Bug Bite, and I believe Bug Bite was part of that line. Does suck that the guy who played Darth Vader had died, not James Earl Jones, obviously. Any thoughts on Masterpiece Starscream? It looks good. Again, it's something I did a video on. Shockwave isn't a realistic gun, that's the thing. No, but I'm sure they didn't want to do anything with that, which is kind of weird that Nerf is a thing, and yet they can't do Shockwave. Why kill Cliffjumper on the Bumblebee movie? I think the reason why they chose Cliffjumper is because that would have been the easier choice when you're thinking of production. Because I don't know if people know this, but they weren't actually going to do the Cybertron scene. They talked them into it, but when planning ahead for that, they were actually not going to do it because I don't know, budgetary reasons, or it was just a little too much. But they ended up doing it, but I guess the compromise to it is they would have to rehash design elements from other characters. So that's why RC, you see a bit of Bumblebee and Shatter. Brawn, I believe you see a bit of Bumblebee in that. Shockwave, I think he's just got thicker upper legs from Optimus Prime. Soundwave has a couple of parts that are reused from other characters. I think Ironhide and Soundwave share some similar parts. Trying to remember one specifically. I believe Wheeljack shares similar parts. You could definitely see it in some of the concept art, what's shared and what's not. And I think because of compromises and what they weren't going to do, the reason why they went with Cliffjumper is because story-wise, I think that was a more of a guaranteed scene is Cliffjumper's death. So what they did was they wanted to use a character that they could just rehash the model of Bumblebee, so that's why Cliffjumper got the axe. Because I mean, they could do Hubcap, but Hubcap, not a lot of people know who that is. Um, so I think they wanted to specifically use Cliffjumper for that scene, and I think that's why they decided to kill off Cliffjumper. That's another point too, is that if they kill off Cliffjumper, then Bumblebee is probably screwed because they share a similar design. So, you know, if Cliffjumper can't survive, oh, what's going to happen to Bumblebee? Someone commented about, do you want beer made out of turkey stock? No, I'm not into beer. Yes, I know he died in prime. Least favorite figure in your collection? Somewhere in this general region, there's probably one. See the collection? You want me to pick? Are you willing to play Obi-Wan in a Star Wars? Hello there. I have a friend who's probably better at that. Sentinel Prime! That is a name! I don't know why you said Sentinel Prime, but that is the name. What are you drinking anyways? It's just juice. It's grape. Dr. Lockdown has his own action figure. Is it that Micromaster? Sentinel Prime is a good character, I guess. They should have mentioned him more in Age of Extinction, because that should have been a reason why they go after the Autobots. That would have been a convincing argument, because if you think about it, you know, they're trying to go after the Autobots because they don't need them. But what if instead they go after the Autobots because, I mean, look what happened in Chicago. We put our trust in Sentinel Prime. So how about we don't trust any of them at all? Any thoughts on Roadbuster? He looks cool. I did a review on him. Which Roadbuster are you talking about? Studio series? Guys, you have to clarify what you're talking about, because if you just say, what do you think about Topspin? I'm like, what, in the movie, studio series? What do you mean? You know? Yes, the figure. Well, I got a review on it, but it's okay. It's not the best figure, but it's passable. Transformers Age of Extinction Galvatron could have been a canon, not Optimus. You mean Nemesis? Masterpiece Prime figs. I would love to see that. Have you got Optimus Prime mouth plate face masks? Oh, no, I haven't. I should. Which character do you think needs a new toy? Hatchet. What do you think Ultra Magnus will come back in Earthrise? What? Are you friends with Emgo? He's commented on one of my videos, but I don't know friends. I haven't really actually talked to him, so would be nice to, but haven't really made much contact, so I can't really say for sure. That would probably be a no. Not saying that I wouldn't want to be. It's just we don't really talk. EX Nicey. Kind of want it. I know some people are gonna say, "Oh, you're just wanting it because you're horny." No, I think some of the design work is actually pretty cool. It's very slick. Yes, I know it's got sexy proportions, but you know the paneling to it. I don't know. It's just it's a very interesting design. You know, I'm not even looking at it as like, oh, it's sexy, haha. I'm looking at it as like it's actually kind of interesting how it's done. Are you disappointed with Earthrise toy line? Uh, I'm just disappointed with the fact that I can't find much. I'm okay, guys. I'm not repeating the same thing over and over again. If it's been asked before, then I'm just not gonna answer it. Okay. because I'm just cycling through the same questions over and over again. Yeah, Scooby Doo X Transformers figure would be nice. I would like to see A Team and Knight Rider. Hawaiian Punch. Oh yes, that's the product. Hawaiian Punch. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Hawaiian Punch. EB Games have their own. Okay. I would like to get that. No, I don't have the Shockwave Lab SDCC set. I would like to get it. I saw that for a while at the Toy Fair. Michael Keaton Batmobile? Yes. Not the Justice League one from the Snyder films. I don't want that one. Okay? I mean, that looks cool. I like it. But I would definitely prefer Keaton. The Bale Tumbler, that I wouldn't argue with that because I love the Dark Knight Rise, or not Rises. It's okay, but I love the Dark Knight. But go for Keaton. Thrilling 30 Springer, yeah. Funny enough, I mentioned that Ironhide's animated Cybertronian form was mobile in black. If it was like a alien van. I just realized that Cybertron Ironhide's design is like a beefed up tumbler. That just got kind of weird. It looks like, you know what? It looks like a prototype tumbler. You haven't watched Siege yet? You should watch it. It's. Mohawk review. Oh, did they review the third party Mohawk figure? Should check that out then. Do you think Dino survived in the movies like Topspin or he died? I don't know. Probably died. Did you think Red will be the main line after Kingdom ends? No. God, no. It will definitely not be the new main line. Are you getting HasLab Unicron? Probably not, because it's going to be damn expensive. This thing was on sale for $150. And even then, that was a little much for me, usually. Last year, or no, it's this year, I bought my first Titan class figure that I actually bought. Because before that, I got Fortress Maximus and Trypticon, but I didn't really pay for it. Trypticon was sent over by the Dabber Supreme. Thank you so much for that. And then Fortress Maximus was a Christmas gift, and that thing was on sale for like bloody cheap. So for me to pay for Unicron, that's gonna be a little much. Especially when I want to, catch up to Earthrise whenever I can and selects. And then Kingdom's coming out too. Some people are already finding the core class figures. Haven't found a single one of them. I know that one of them was available at Walmart for a while. I think it was Vertebrake. And I think it said, oh, it will ship on November 30th. And I missed out on that. Because I didn't want to buy anything else on Walmart. And, I have to pay the shipping because I could pay the shipping and have it now, or I can wait and find it at Walmart or somewhere else and buy it there. Again, the chat didn't really update. We're making a G1 movie, accurate Unicron, and it's so good, articulated, and huge that we've decided to sell for $999.99. Do I know Tauntaun? I know Tauntaun. I know who he is. Not Tom Tom. Now that's an NPM figure I would love to get. What if Masterpiece just did like little tiny Cyberverse versions of figures? That'd be kind of weird. Like not like in scale with the Masterpiece stuff, just like tiny versions of characters, but they call it Masterpiece. NPM Fallen or Jetfire would be nice. Ooh, but I feel like if they do the Fallen, would they or not the Fallen? Jetfire, would they have to rehash the Optimus Prime? I don't know. Is there any other color you would like to see Earthrise Optimus in? Green. Well, I want to see. There was a like a Hero Prime thing that was like in Army colors. I think it was based on the Generations. I think 1.5 color scheme, but it was like an Army style Optimus Prime. There's some third party versions of that, and I don't know. I kind of want to see an Army green version of Optimus Prime. I also wouldn't mind seeing that in white to be like the Ultra Magnus core, although that'd be kind of weird. Um, but I don't know. I feel like they could pull it off. They already did Shattered Glass, so I don't really need that. Yeah, I don't know what other Optimus Primes they would do. I would say black, but they're doing Nemesis. I'm a little worried because tomorrow will be 4 weeks. Certain someone sent me some stuff, and oh, you still haven't gotten that? I actually got two shipments coming in now. One it says is coming in December 8th, and then the other one I don't know what it is, or don't know when it is. I know what's in the contents. It's just a bunch of Halo figures. I posted on Instagram what I'm getting from the one guy. I'm getting trying to remember what they were. Um, for anyone who's into the Halo line, I found an Infinite. So it's called Series 12. I found the Spartan Recon. I found the Brute Warrior, and I found what's the other one? The Spartan Mark 7, which is funny because the guy just put out that he's also selling the Marine from that line, but I missed out on that apparently, so I'm not getting that Marine. But at least 3 of the 6, that's fine. Let's see. No, Cybertronian Geek, I have not. That is a weird question to ask. I'm gonna go to that sale post and just see the image so that I can tell what I'm getting. Let's see. The Recon from A New Dawn. So thank goodness, because this is my only New Dawn figure that I got. The Silver Spartan from Clash on the Ring. A Yellow Spartan from Clash on the Ring. I'm also hopefully getting the flood pack and that Covenant cruiser from Justin soon, but we're just talking about this sale. There's a Spartan that came from the Foxtrot series, a Grunt that came from the same series. Already talked about the Brute, Recon, and Mark 7. I'm also getting the Spartan Operator from Series 11, a Blue Rogue from Maverick, and then from the Infinite Mystery Bags, just a clear Spartan. And then the other ones I don't want to bring up, except for, you know what, I'm going to bring it up here because I'm just going to do the unboxing later. It's a multi-pack of figures. I'll just say that so I don't spoil the whole thing. And then I'm getting another Series 11 figure, which is the Master Chief. It's all in transparent green. So, anyone who cares about Halo, there you go. If Hasbro came to you and asked you to choose a character from the movies to make into an NPM, who would you choose? I would love them to do Sideswipe. I want to see them do that. What do you think of the Netflix spoiler for Kingdom? Polar Claw? LOL. I don't think they're doing Polar Claw. In fact, I'm pretty sure they said that they're not doing Polar Claw because Originally, what they were going to do is Tigatron was going to be a deluxe, and it was going to be a repaint of Cheetor, but they changed that to a Voyager. Because technically, Tigatron should be taller than Cheetor, or bigger than Cheetor. So they're going for the cartoon look. That's why they're doing that. So imagine if Hasbro competes with Firebird with the interesting design. Yeah. What's your favorite Halo? You will be disappointed with me. I've never played any of the games. I've only just really liked the figures and Red versus Blue, but that's right now. I really need to start buying TF figures again because I haven't really been buying any aside from that Cyberverse. Hammer Bite figure I got last month, but it's the only one besides SS Leadfoot that I bought in a 3-month period. Wow. Did you have work? What? Ah! I still have these boxes and I haven't put them away. Oh, God. Those are different boxes than I thought they were going to be. I thought these were going to be Roadbuster and Jeep Bumblebee, but no. Sideswipe and Shatter. I gotta put these boxes away. If I'm not mistaken, I do still have them beside me. Yes, I do. Okay, they're right there. Jeep Bumblebee is a cool figure and you should buy it. Oh, I also want to mention, I forgot about this. So, coming December 4th, I should be doing a live stream with other people. Actually, I think it's going to be 2 live streams. But we're going to be talking about top 5 Transformers to buy. And so I got to make a list. How I'm going to do the list is they're going to be from separate series. I'm not going to say what's on the list because I don't want to spoil it for the sake of that. But and also I need to think things through. But I'm gonna choose figures that are cheap enough to buy for other people that are closely available now, most likely, and they're gonna be sectioned off in different series. So we'll see about that. They're probably not going to be the best figures of that year or to come out, but they're just going to be my recommendations for that year. In your area in lockdown, or are the restrictions not as bad? Uh, First of all, I just want to say, and I hate to, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to say that. But restrictions aren't so bad, but they are getting up there because, I mean, you're definitely required to have a mask right now to go to places, but you know, it's not. You have to stay home and never go anywhere. No, it's not like that. It's possible to transform Sideswipe with all the weapons attached. SS Sideswipe. No, it's not. Um, the guns when you well, I guess technically you could, but you would have to do it in a different way. Like the swords would have to somehow still be attached to the side of the car, like the things that hang off the back, and then the guns you would have to have, I guess, in the hands the entire time. I think that's where it goes. I don't even remember. It's been a while, but I do think you need to actually pull off the swords because it just goes around too many tabs that it's just not gonna fit properly if you don't. So I'm looking at the box from the 3-pack Siege figure. You know, the one with Mirage Impactor and Aragon, and it looks cool. I need to get and I'm likely getting it from someone, so don't worry about it. But I need to get a solid version of Mirage. Any work besides YouTube? I've been working around the house. um, just a lot of stuff going on right now. No, YouTube is a job besides his family. I still haven't got my Maverick crossover fig yet. Yeah, that's a figure that I was like, do I really need it? I don't have any real ties to Top Gun, and it just feels like someone that or something that just got slammed in for the promotion of a movie. So it didn't really feel like it felt like there's more thought to it than really necessary because I think that's a whole new mold for a figure, but I don't really have any connection to Top Gun. It looks nice, but I would rather that figure be reused and repurposed as one of the cyber jets because I think that's a perfect mold for it. Or you know what would be cool, and the gun kind of looks like it is despite the fact that it wouldn't be the cannon arm, Cybertron Thundercracker. That would be a nice thing to see. Although that, I think it's a little too tall for that. I can find it on EB Games, but paper drawing of Galvatron for $30, really. If Hasbro gave you to choose any character in Tarantulas, I want Tarantulas. Any figure that I want, it's definitely that one. That I have not seen listed or anything, it would be him. Nope, Silverbolt. Reason why I say Silverbolt is because we got Black Arachnia. I know that's a a season 2 character, and I said about season 1. But if they have to put any season 2 character, it would have to be Silverbolt. I bet the Titan class is going to be the art. That's the rumor going on right now. I liked your Tiny Turbo Black Arachnia review. Thank you. Where do you get most of your Transformers? Different places. We have a toy fair that usually comes around here, although it skipped this year because because of COVID. Amazon, Toys R Us, .ca, Walmart, sometimes Superstore. Yeah, those are the usual go-to places. The only time I ever ordered from EB Games was to get Ectotron. Tiny Turbo Skyblade and Thunderhound. Yeah, that thing looked cool. Edible Transformers? Probably not. The reason why I don't like to get candy Transformers and stuff like that because it's like, oh, that's a highly collectible thing, and it's or to me it's like that, and I don't know. I just feel very weird if I ate it. That's why I don't go after. There were like Transformers gummies that came out, and I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to get that. I know that's a very strange thing to say, but today's barricaded are based off the movies. Which non G1 design would you like to see adapted into? You know what? I feel like they could do Blackout, just repaint it from Spinister. But other than that, I'm not sure. Because I like Sideswipe's G1 design. I mean, I like the movie look, but I don't want to take away from that G1 style. Um, I don't think Soundwave would work. I mentioned that I feel like Studio Series could do G1 redecos, but going the other way around, um, it's kind of interesting to see Ratchet in movie colors or Ironhide in movie colors. Like go the other way around. Starscream, I don't feel like would work unless you maybe go for the tattooed version, but I don't think it would work. I mean, we got that sandstorm thing, so yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm looking at my entire collection. I don't feel like there's enough significant characters to really be made into that because I feel like with a lot of them they also have G1 counterparts that I feel if they were to do those G1 designs or do generations figures of let's say the name Crosshairs, they would have to go for the G1 look. Um, You know, even though the movie design is a big deal, I feel like they would have to go after that one. So there's not really much that I could say. Hey, that one, if it got into the movie design, maybe Bone or G1 designs, maybe Bone Crusher, but I don't know. Brawl would be kind of pointless because a tank, you know. Um, but yeah, the only other one I could think of is probably Blackout because that was a Micromaster, I believe, that got into a big name. So, and Barricade was a Micromaster originally. So, Kingdom Voyager, Waspinator, he would not be a Voyager. Skybite two. Oh, Skybite two pack. Okay. Leader class Ghost Starscream and Coronation gear for armor. Maybe, but I don't feel like if they're gonna do a leader class Starscream and do that, it would have to come with something else. It could not just be the Starscream. Um, I feel like that would be a little that wouldn't be enough for it. Because what would you get? The shoulder armor, the cape, even the cape. If it was made out of plastic, I don't feel like it would work off or work, and then the crown. Yeah, I don't feel like that's gonna be enough to make it a leader class. And before anyone says, well, they'll just make a new Starscream. I don't know. I feel like they would have to try and keep the scale as much as they could because it seems like that's what they're doing with a lot of the siege carried over to the other lines. But yeah, I just don't. I don't feel like if they make him a leader class, it would have to come with something else. It can't just be Starscream. Mm. Hi, Human Alliance Soundwave. I'm planning on getting him. I do not. I also don't like the legs on that thing. So yeah. I got Studio Series Soundwave. I'm good. I also have a Tiny Turbo Soundwave. So technically, I have a couple of those Tiny Turbo Soundwaves because they made one in gray and I think they made one in blue, but they named it Dropkick. Is that what they did? Because I know the Dropkick and Shatter were just repaints of other things. No, the Dropkick was a repaint of Cogman as well as the Blackout, but besides that, which is kind of weird because the Cogman repaint doesn't have an Autobot symbol somewhere. No, no, it doesn't. I thought Cogman had an Autobot symbol. Because that's what's kind of weird is they have to carry over Autobots and Decepticons to the next repaint, which kind of sucked and was kind of stupid. So what they had was, I mean, this is a bad example, so I should probably just put that one back. Let me see. Okay, so this is the Tiny Turbo Dropkick that's a repaint of the Blackout. But you see the Decepticon logo right there. Well, that's not just painted in, that's molded in. So you can't make this into Whirl, let's say. I mean, this is a blue, repaint of Blackout anyway, so you could call it Whirl, but he's going to be a Decepticon then, unless you ignore the symbol. So, you couldn't do Nemesis Prime out of these. You couldn't do, let's see, trying to think of any of these guys that would be good repaints for something else. You couldn't do Lockdown as I don't know. I'm really trying to think here. I don't know. I feel like Age of Extinction. You couldn't do that Age of Extinction Bumblebee into Stinger. I couldn't remember the name. Um, as well as other various characters. Because some of these, if they didn't do that, they could totally do these characters based on some of the old toys. Like, trying to look for, again, more examples. Pretty sure the Starscream could have become an Autobot for something. But, yeah, you couldn't do Drift into Deadlock. I'm sure there's something, but I can't think of anything right now. But yeah, you would, because they're molded in, you would have to be stuck with this guy's an Autobot, this guy's a Decepticon. Does Sentinel Prime have an Autobot symbol on him? Oh yeah, he does on the shoulder. But yeah, you couldn't turn these into Decepticons or Autobots and flip them around. The only one you could do that with is Cogman, because Cogman doesn't carry that symbol. I wonder if yeah, it's the same thing with the Cyberverse, and the Cyberverse more so because their designs are very much based on G1 characters or characters from other toy lines. Like they just did the Skybite. You couldn't do, let's say, Jetfire into, let's say, Dreadwind, like the classic toy. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do Black Arachnia as RC. You couldn't do Optimus Prime as Nemesis Prime. You couldn't do Megatron as, let's say, Shattered Glass Megatron, just for random sake. You couldn't do Bumblebee as Bugbite. You know? And they could do those for the sake of toys if they didn't have the symbols on them. So that's the problem. I don't know when SDCC is going to be. That's weird. For some reason, this live stream enables flash, but what's there to flash? That would mean, like, you take a picture of the flashes if it's too dark, but I'm gonna try that. Oh, okay. Jeez. Just a blinding light in front of my face. Which means I could probably pick this up and show you my collection, and the lighting would be fine. Unplug that. Enable flash. Again, right in my face. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Just gonna test this out and see how that works. Okay, so that's with the flash. Let me disable. That's without. Guess it makes somewhat of a difference. Hey, look! There's those Power of the Prime's little guys that people were like, oh, they're kind of cute, and then everyone stopped caring about them. Ew! Abominus is a terrible toy because I critiqued combiners, and apparently I'm just an awful person for doing that. And people don't deserve the Combiner Wars stuff. If you missed out on Abominus, that should have been your only chance, and you should never buy it, because you lucked out. And that's it. That was my whole point of the video, you idiots. Anyways. Oh, Titans Returns. Yes, please redo Hardhead and Chrome Dome and all of them. You know, nobody wants the G1 reissues, which would have been awesome. Older generation stuff. Nito Burrito. Studio Series. I'm just going to show Studio Series right now, because I'm not even sure if I'm really showing that too well, because my camera doesn't want to be like, hey, look at this. But because I'm showing the screen at the same time, but there you go. There are some things missing because they're just in the other room. I think I'm missing the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. I'm missing Jetfire up there. Let me take off the flash because that is annoying. The Jetfire up there. I'm missing the first movie, Megatron. I have these. They're just in the other room. Jet Shatters in the other room because I'm working on that review. So I gotta have that beside me. I think there's more than that. And the first movie, Bumblebee, is also in the other room. I feel like there's another one that I'm missing. Bumblebee, Optimus, Jetfire, Shatter, Megatron. No, I think that's... Oh! Studio Series Shockwave. Can you do a giveaway? No! People keep asking me for that. Every time I mention, hey, I've got, let's say, 1,000 subscribers, what should I do? People suggest, do a giveaway, do a giveaway, do a giveaway, do a giveaway. It's gotten to the point where I just don't ask people what I should do because most of the time it's just going to be giveaway. And sorry. You had schoolwork. Oh no! I want a Neil nose. I think that'd be fun. I am going to be wrapping up the stream soon, so if you have any last minute questions, do them now! Or just do a special collab. That's another thing that people ask, and that's something. But yeah, YouTube channels who use giveaways a way of artificially inflating their views counts are the worst. Sometimes they're genuine, and I can see what they're doing. They're trying to build up that community, but at the same time, you also have to. I feel like if you do a giveaway, it's to get the word out, and you would have to do something else for that. Not, and I'm not saying give away more stuff. I'm just saying provide a reason to stick around. You know, because you could do a giveaway, but some people are just going to be there, then just leave. If you do a giveaway, but also provide something that people will stick around with, like a community or something, then that's good. And before anyone says reviews, or well, I got reviews too, and people should watch those. And I'm gonna sound like a total ass in saying this. Okay, you got reviews and that's cool, but so do other people. You're not the only one that provides those reviews. Um, so, and I'm not trying to sound like an ass, but it's not really unique enough to just make a review and expect people to just you know solely stick around for that. I guess if that makes any sense. I'm not saying you can't make it work. You can, and other people have. It's just for some people, it's just not always a thing to stick around for because other people can also do it, and it just kind of gets, you know, I don't want to say blurred, but it just kind of gets thrown in the pile of other people who are doing the same thing, you know. Do you buy custom Transformers? I've bought a couple of custom Transformers, one from Xavier Cal, although I didn't actually buy it directly from him. Funny story about that. So I've known Xavier Cal for a while. I've actually tried to work with him a couple of times, and his customs have been shown in some of my videos. But the funny thing is that I've never actually bought one of his customs, and I went to the toy fair and this guy had given me, or this guy was selling a custom, and he told me that it actually came from Xavier Cal. And I looked it up, it was the case, and I just thought it was funny, so I decided to buy it. Now I have a custom from Xavier Cal. It is a DevCon figure, and it's a repaint from the Scourge from the early generations. I think it's missing a piece though, from the original custom, because I think it's supposed to come with a second gun or something, and the guy didn't provide that, but he provided me with most of it, so no complaints. Last minute questions. Here we go. Anyone know what's after Kingdom? Not really. I know it's not the Red Series. Your opinion on third-party Transformers. Okay. I don't buy third-party Transformers too often. I'm reviewing all the customs I've made up now. Oh, cool. Go check out Justin's reviews then. Um, so third-party Transformers, I actually thought about this recently. The reason why I don't go after third-party, and it's kind of the same thing as Masterpiece, is because one, with a lot of the generation stuff, I could just pick it up at my normal store. I know it's been kind of sucky, and I've talked about that before. But I mean, if I'm looking for an Ironworks, there's an Ironworks at Walmart at the time, so I can pick that up no problem, or Grapple, much easier. But it's just a little more expensive. But with sorry, just blanking out. With third party and Masterpiece, I kind of feel bad paying more for a figure because I feel like it could easily break and I'm screwed. And especially with masterpieces, especially with how many parts they use, the more parts you have on a figure, the more I feel like that is an opportunity for it to break here and here and here, especially when it's all made up of tiny little hinges. The only reason why I've got Masterpiece Movie, Bumblebee, and Barricade was because they were dirt cheap. I paid 50 for Bumblebee and I paid 60 for Barricade. And to anyone saying, "Oh, I got that at the time because just on a simple sale it was that price." Let me explain this to you. Those figures are $120 at retail, and I didn't even buy it from a retail store. I bought those at the toy fair, so that was the aftermarket price, and the guy just sold it to me for 50 and 60. So no problem with paying that. Uh, and even if they broke, that's disheartening. But at least I didn't pay a huge price. Let me tell you this, and this is gonna be heartbreaking. My masterpiece Soundwave broke. The tab that holds the cassette tape box thing, the chest, it snapped. I have a rubber band holding that in place, but yeah, I wanted to cry because like that is such a good figure, and then it broke, and I was just like, oh really? Um, but hopefully I can get it replaced or fixed or something. But anyways, so yeah, and that's kind of the reason why, because I paid more for that Soundwave. It's kind of the reason why I don't go after third party and masterpiece so often, is because I just feel like if it snaps, I'm screwed. There are cheaper third party stuff, but sometimes they're not even the best quality. Sometimes even the large, expensive ones aren't the best quality. Like, I think there was a Jetfire that came out a long time ago where I think I watched a review by Optibotamus and the feet broke, or something broke on it. And because they're from different companies, you can't really guarantee that the quality is going to be 100% every time. Like I know people say, "Oh, you should buy it from third party because it's a lot better than Transformers, like the main release." Well, at least with Transformers, the main release toys, it's consistent in a way. Like sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better, but at least I can get a general sense of okay, what's going to be the quality on this. With Masterpiece, I feel like yes, it could be amazing quality, but it could also suck, you know. And there could be an issue with my copy. Now, I feel like third-party companies are a little easier to deal with because I feel like when you need a part replaced, they will send that part. They don't have to send the whole entire figure. And usually they have the mold still. It's not like Hasbro where okay, we got this and we're gonna move on to something else. But because sometimes I've had to order a Transformer figure and then they don't have it. That's the reason why I got Sideswipe. Actually, the Studio Series Sideswipe. That is the only reason why I got Studio Series Sideswipe, is because Hasbro just gave it to me in replacement for another figure. But yeah, it's just I don't know. And even Transformers, like the regular stuff, it's not always the best, but at least it's somewhat consistent to what I can get used to. It's easier to get. If it's got a problem, I can just return it. I've done that before. And I could just go to the store. It's so convenient because like I don't have to pay a shipping price or anything. Nobody has to pay a shipping price. Um, and I'm probably at the store anyways doing something. That's funny. That's what happened with Power of the Prime's Rodimus is because I had a defect on the first one. I returned it and then I just bought another one. Same price too, I think. I think they were on sale for $30. Could be wrong. Bumblebee movie times. Oh, okay. You mean the later class one? Why did you like TF Transformers? Well, because I don't really get into the Marvel figures because a lot of them are relatively the same, and some of them are just I don't know, not really interesting to me. I know people who love the comic designs of certain characters, but I think some of them just they look stupid to me. I get the time, I get the era, and I get that some of them do look better in comic book form. But when I take a look at them as a toy, it just it really does look ridiculous. Um, so and then most of the figures, they're just human-based characters, and I feel like, you could get a very nice looking Spider-Man figure or Iron Man figure, but I also feel like as soon as I get a Spider-Man or an Iron Man, I'm done with getting a Spider-Man or an Iron Man. It's just the different variations, or do I want this scale or a higher class scale? I'm not too into Marvel, so I can't really comment for sure about that, but I feel like okay, I've got an Iron Man figure. I don't really need. I actually do have one. I don't need another Iron Man figure. I got a nice, good, large Master Chief figure. I don't really need a huge statue or anything like that. Um, so with certain lines, I just can't get into them. I can get into some of the franchise, but I just can't get into the toys because I feel like it's just gonna get kind of redundant after a while. And that was the same thing for me with Halo for a while. Because here's another warthog. Okay. Um, Even though I understand why they constantly produce warthogs, it's just like, here's the same vehicle again. Um, Here's another Hornet. In fact, they did a Falcon that was pretty much the same as a previous Falcon. It was just a different shade of gray. And it was like, oh, okay, I don't need this. um, Despite me wanting the Blue Series Banshee, not looking too different compared to the original Banshee. Um, Thank you, Chris Fellner, by the way. But with Transformers, at the very least, you're getting even. I don't mind certain repaints and rehashes. I even don't mind that with Hot Wheels. I got a lot of repaints of the same cars. In fact, I kind of like that because it's cheap enough and I kind of know what I'm getting. And I'm also kind of nostalgic for certain molds. But with Transformers, you got different styles, different transformations, different alt modes, different forms, different designs, different colors, blah, 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 different gimmicks. So it keeps my interest. Even when a figure is nostalgic, or like doing something that I already have or already know about, it can be nostalgic for me. Did you think to start collecting Marvel Legends? I've thought about it. I think one of mine is. I'll pull this one out. I don't know exactly where this comes from. This is the Iron Man I'm talking about. I have another Iron Man. I also have a Lego Iron Man, but it's not really anything interesting. This is the Iron Man figure I have. I don't know where it's from. I just bought it from the toy fair because it was cheap, and I don't have an Iron Man figure that has decent articulation, so I got that. In fact, the only other Iron Man action figure that I have that's not a Lego guy, I just bought it because I didn't have an action figure Iron Man, so I thought, oh, that's cheap, but then it's got lame ass articulation, so it's like, oh, cool. I also have a Hulk figure, but I actually found that Hulk figure, so like not in the stores. I found that in on the road. Like it was nobody's Hulk, pretty much. Actually, it was from the neighbors. The neighbors had moved, so I couldn't just give it to them. Think to start collecting gunpla. Can you like reread your comments before you post them? Because I think what you mean is, did you think about collecting gunpla figures? But instead you wrote, think to start collect gunpla. That's that's not really a good sentence. Um, I'm not trying to call you out or anything. It's just honestly, um, I've got some Gunpla stuff. The Master Chief is actually from the Sprue Kits line from Gunpla, so that's pretty cool. And that was a fun build. And I do have a Gundam, a proper Gundam. I have another Gundam thing that's like a chibi form that I just bought from a thrift store. But I do have an actual Gundam. It's like a black version of. It kind of looks like a generic figure. But the reason why I got that is because it was cheap enough, and I thought, that's kind of cool. I might as well try it. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, but I do like it. It's from the high grade line. I'm not sure if that means anything to anyone, but I tried it and it's fine. I like it. I actually really do like it. I love the accessories that it comes with, but I have considered getting more of those. But besides that, it's not really a focus for me. Let me tell you what I collect. I collect Bionicle, Hot Wheels, Transformers, and Halo. Those are the four main things I collect. Anything else, I'd probably just get a couple and try it out. Oh, and Breakout Beast from Mega Constructs because it reminds me of an older line that I'm into. But besides those are pretty much what I collect, and those are the main ones. And the reason why I'm sticking to those is because I don't want to. Okay, hopefully we're still live because that was weird. My phone just told me, "Hey, you gotta do an update." But anyways, I don't want to start a whole new collection. It was hard enough for me to do Breakout Bees because I thought, oh, this is just going to be simple. But then they kept adding and adding, and it's like, should I really dive into it? But I'm already so deep into it that I'm like, whatever. Um, like, let me tell you this: besides Bionicle, I don't have much Lego. Um, I got more Mega blocks and constructs than Lego sets. And it's not like I don't like Lego. It's just it doesn't interest me as much as some of the Mega Construct stuff because I like the Halo line. Some of the city stuff does look cool, and some of the Star Wars looks nice. There's actually a couple of sets that I want that's coming out that I think is pretty cool. I want that X-wing and that Tie Fighter. Um, I know there's simplified forms of other sets, but I've never actually owned a Lego full scale X Wing or TIE Fighter. All I've had was the mini builds, and those are pretty much in pieces now. But yeah, I've never owned a full scale one, and it'd just be cool to have both of those. Um, I think it would be awesome to get those. But and I have other various things, but there's a couple of things that I've only just gotten. Like, I think a couple of years ago, I got my first Stormtrooper. And it's not like I wasn't into Lego beforehand. I was actually deep into Lego Star Wars for a while. But yeah, I never got a Stormtrooper until now. And it's not even a regular Stormtrooper. It's one of the first order pilots. I think it's a pilot. It's not one of the black pilot things. It's Let me see if I can just grab him. Okay, yeah, I can. I didn't even buy it. It was a Christmas gift from the Micro Fleet Microfighters. But that. It comes from that Battle on Crate thing, whatever it is. That has been my only Stormtrooper. My Lego Movie collection is 3 blind bag figures that I got because I wanted the free shipping, and so that was the only other thing they had. Um, I got a Unikitty from the Lego Dimensions that I got at the dollar store, and then I've got Benny Space Squad because I mean I had to get that. The only Lego Minecraft thing I have is a polybag set. I was gonna buy a $12 set that came with the same figures, and then they made a polybag with the figures I was gonna get anyway. So I was like, fine, I'll get that. I got a Lego mini build train. That's actually three trains that I just connect together because they got alternate builds. I got some of the mystery packs. I've got the Kylo Ren shuttle as a mini build. So not the big thing. I'm sure people are like, what the hell? And a couple of other various Lego stuff. Oh, I got the Overwatch Tracer versus Widowmaker and other stuff. I got some older things too, but they're all in parts, and yeah, I would love to complete those, but that'd be a hard thing to do. I also have a Technic like launcher thing that you smash down. It's from probably 2000, not $2,000. It's from the year 2000, but it's just a thing you smash down and it just rolls off, and it's pretty cool. I recently actually there was a Lego Technic Racers bike that I managed to build together again. I got a Lego Exoforce little sentry guy. It's just a brown drone thing, and yeah. One thing I definitely wanted was I got a Lego encyclopedia of the Star Wars characters, and obviously it's not up to date anymore, but it comes with the white Boba Fett. I had the original Boba Fett that came with the small set, but I lost that. And now I just have the white version of it. I want to get the actual vehicle, the ship. I was gonna get the recent one, but I missed out on that. Hopefully they do it again in that newer scale, and it's gonna be cheaper because I would not mind that. I just want to get that set. And I also do like the fact that with the X-wing and Tie Fighter, um, they're not super expensive. Like it's gonna be expensive for Canada because everything is, but it's not gonna be well overpriced, you know. Because that was kind of becoming a big issue. Is that oh, I definitely want the set, but it is sure as hell not worth $100. Because like the basic sets, the basic vehicles that you know from Lego Star Wars is in the hundreds now. Some people might not like the scale of some of the sets nowadays, or with the new ones, the Tie Fighter and the X-wing. But I mean, it is just from my perspective. I wanted to get at least a Tie Fighter and X-wing. Those are the two things that I really wanted to get, and just to have those, back to back, I think it would have been nice. But like, do I seriously want to pay $200 just to have those two vehicles? I'll gladly pay somewhere closer to $100 for both of them. That's not bad. But I don't want to pay $100 for an X-wing and then $100 for a Tie Fighter. I don't. Ironhide. Do you have Prime Ultra Magnus? I do. I have both versions of the molds. Was that buzzing noise? It was me plugging on this. I got the charger on. Can I see? I have to grab it. No, not right now. Look up pictures on Google. It is the original Robots in Disguise Prime Ultra Magnus, that had the sub theme name. And then it's the Beast Hunters Voyager class Ultra Magnus. You love Ultra Magnus? You know what's the funny part about Ultra Magnus? For the longest time, I had no Ultra Magnuses. And then all of a sudden I had the Fall of Cybertron one, and that was my only Ultra Magnus. Um, and it took me a while, but I got the Combiner Wars one. I got what is it, the Prime Robots in Disguise, the Beast Hunters. I even have the Cyberverse Commander Ultra Magnus. You can see him right around, right there. Is the Commander Class Ultra Magnus from Cyberverse. I got that. That's the Beast Hunters one that apparently is hard to find, but was in every store. Like we had Target at that time. It was at Target, London Drugs, Toys R Us, Walmart's, Superstore. It was everywhere. I got that whole wave because it was like no problem to find. And yet people keep telling me, oh, that's the rarest thing of Transformers Prime. And I'm like, not out here. Let's see. Other Ultra Magnuses. Trying to look at my other shelf down there to see if I got anything. I don't think I got a Creo Ultra Magnus. No, I don't think I do. And then of course I got the Siege Ultra Magnus, so I had to get that one because not only do I like Ultra Magnus a lot, I wanted something that's closer to the Generation 1 toy, even though the Ultimate is definitely not that. But I wanted to complete the first wave of Siege, so I finally got that. I got it on sale, and I'm so happy I got that. You know what's funny is that someone had sent, I can't remember who did it though, and I feel bad for not remembering, but someone had sent the Cybertron Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime. That's a remold of the original Ultra Magnus from Siege, and I got that shipped to me. And then after that, maybe not even I don't even think it was a month later, I got shipped to me the Ultra Magnus. I'm selling all my toys for SS Devastator. Cool. Did you collect Jurassic World toys? I don't have Jurassic World toys. I had Jurassic Park toys growing up, but you know that got lost in the move. I already told you what I got: Bionicle, Breakout Beast, Transformers, Halo, Hot Wheels. So you can stop asking. Yes, I noticed you said I'm selling all your, or you're selling all your toys. I'm selling. No, I'm not selling. You're selling all your toys. I heard. Still standing after all this time. Are you planning on doing any Super Sentai toys or Power? Bionicle, Transformers, Halo, Breakout Beast, Hot Wheels. Oh, I got the Vader car. Yeah, I got, actually, I think I got 3 versions of that. No, 2 versions? I think 2 versions of that. I got, no, it is 3. I got 1 to open, so I have no problem with that. I got 1 to keep in box. I don't remember. I think I found that at the dollar store, and I just thought, you know what? Why not? Because it's a cool looking car. And then I've got 1 in box as well, but it's an error. And well, not really an error. The bubble insert that it goes in had broke, and the car is sitting at the bottom of the packaging, but it's sealed. Was Halo Figures? Was Halo Figures? Do you like better McFarlane or the Jazz? Okay, please reread your comments before you post them. Make sure they make sense, because otherwise I'm just not sure what you're saying. McFarlane or Jazzware? I don't have any Jazzware. So. What's your favorite hotshot moment in Transformers Cybertron? Oh god, I don't remember honestly. And it sucks that he died because he was one of my favorite characters growing up. Do you still have your first edition Starscream? Yes, it's my first Prime figure. Which collection do you like the most? It's not. I can't really compete. The top 3 are Bionicle, Transformers, and Halo. I mean, I like Hot Wheels, but you know, I love Hot Wheels because it's nostalgic, and you know I can keep at it. Breakout Beast I like, but it's not. I don't know if it's better than anything. So, do you have SS Devastator? I talked earlier too, but I know you missed that. I don't have a complete Devastator right now, but I will be. I'll even have Skipjack. Did okay, JC? Do you, not did you? Do you? You keep saying did you when you mean do you, and it messes me up. Could you write do you and not did you? You keep repeating that same, error. As far as do I have any of the rare Hot Wheels? Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like go at you on this, but you kept doing the same thing over and over again. Um, do I have any of the rare Hot Wheels? You mean like the treasure hunts and stuff? Yeah, I got some treasure hunts. I bought some. If you go to the toy fair, they have shelves and just tons of the rare ones. So yeah, they're very easy to get out here when that's going on. Which Transformers moment made you cringe? Whether it be comics, movies, TV show. I think it was something in the last night, but the last night is so crowded and cluttered that I don't even remember what it was. But I remember watching it, thinking, okay, is there a Transformers figure you were very disappointed with? Oh God, where is it? There's a couple that I'm very disappointed by. Rodimus, I guess, from Power of the Primes. I was kind of disappointed by that one. I don't know. Oh, Studio Series Volkswagen Bumblebee. Like I know about the kibble, but the transformation is just, ugh, it's a nightmare. Get Jeep Bumblebee instead. I know it's not the same alt mode, but Jeep Bumblebee, you will be so happy with that. What's your rarest transformer? Oh God. Punch Counterpunch from the TFCC or whatever it came from. Nemesis Prime from SDCC, maybe. I have a G1 Shockwave. It's in pretty decent condition. V's here. I'm trying to think what's my rarest Halo thing. I think it's the Cyan Spartans. I'm spinning in my chair. Yeah, the Cyan Spartan is probably the rarest thing I got out of that. For Transformers, I mean, I got more rare stuff. I got Silas Breakdown. I've got Nightmare Unicron from Prime. Uh, I got first edition Bulkhead. God, there's a lot of rare ones from Prime. Um, yeah, just other various stuff. Which is why I put up next to this Devastator. Thank you. You have anything related to famous influencer? I don't understand that question. But thank you for saying do. First edition Starscream, kinda. It was available here quite a bit, so it's not the rarest thing. I have thought about streaming games, but I'm not a gamer, so like, do you know any of them? Um, I know Diamond Bolt. I know a few. I don't know what you really count as a famous influencer. Who disliked these streams? Oh, I got the first edition Viacon. I also have the first edition Cliffjumper, and I have the Terracon Cliffjumper. I also have the original. Is it the original? Yes, the original first edition Cliffjumper in a box too. Wait, did you actually meet you? Nice. No, I haven't met him. I've contacted him though. He's been in one of my reviews. Are you excited for Wonder Woman 84 on Christmas Day? You know what? It looks exciting. I don't have HBO Max. I don't even know if it's available in Canada. I don't know if Canada's going to have something provided for that, but yeah. I only have first edition Viacom. Nice. It is a good figure. Oh, here's another one. I got Jet Viacon. And I've also got a Terracon version, which is, Terracon, I meant transparent purple version of the Cliff Jumper. Have you seen the Animaniacs reboot? Yes, I love it. The boxes up there, by the way, some of them are Takara, and you can see I got the Car Viacon. I also have Ironhide right there. Rumble, and I got the box for Skywarp. I also have somewhere in here the box for Silas Breakdown. But I looked over there to find the box for the Jet Viacon. It's the black version, not the silver one. And I realized I didn't buy it with the box. But I do have that, and I do have the purple transparent Cliff Jumper. I'm just not going to dig everything out. I don't want things falling over right now, so. I just don't want to. You know, I'm not too deep into the Voltron toys, but I got 3 of the big lion things that were supposed to combine, but I never got the red and blue one. Oh well. Who disliked the stream? I don't know, and I don't care. It's anonymous. Really, it's just people trying to get at me, but it's a fucking dislike. I don't care. Doesn't really tell me shit, so why worry about it? Half of the Takara Tomy TF Prime are Micron toy line figures. Oh. Blue, please stop pointing it out. It's just annoying that you're doing it, okay? Animaniacs, they're big and full of pants. Yeah. I think one of the animators said that Knockout might be gay, but I don't know. What you should really be asking is yourself is, do you feel like a punk? Well, do you? Are the primes around us and that says Volkswagen Bumblebee disliked the stream, obviously. Dark Energy on Wheeljack. That would have been a nice one. I don't have any of those Dark Energy on ones, and I wanted to get Knockout. Because Knockout's actually my favorite character from the show. Or one of them, at least. Oh, shit, you do have them. Wow. They're not at the top of my list, because I got the normal ones, so... whatever. But I did see them, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I kind of like Knockout. Knockout, you know what he looks like? He looks like a G2 Transformer. By the way, I recently shaved. I know I wasn't supposed to shave in November, because that's a thing out here, but what ended up happening was, and you'll see my face in the Transformers animated Ironhide review coming out later in next month, but you will see my face is just full, and I think that's the longest my beard has ever been, and it started to curl up in here, and I couldn't sleep at night because it was just getting tucked inside my neck. It was just ugh. But now look at me. There was a time where I shaved off my entire face, and I did not like how I looked. I don't know if it's because I'm not used to just seeing my face as clean as that, because normally I just have this going on, and I like to keep this, but even though I don't shave enough, but yeah, I shaved my entire face, and my chin just, I don't know, it looked weird to me. I know certain people that usually keep their beard and then they shave it off and they look like an entirely different person. But for me, it was just like, God, what the hell am I? Let's see. I actually talked about the nicey earlier. I kind of want it, but it's not for like, ah, she has boobies. Ah, I don't know why that's such a problem. Does your camera do 4K? I don't think my camera does. I know my editing software can do 4K, but it's just so much for me to do. And then not only that, like how I edit videos, I have to compile all the clips together, and it's just too long to process, and it really is not pleasant for the computer. So I'd rather not do 4K. I believe I have done 4K before, but it's just too much for anything. Brian, I would like to ask something Mega Constructs related. Ask away, go ahead. Those are my favorite questions right now because I've been so deep into Mega Constructs, as you can tell. This is an active camel cat, and then this is a green marine. Defense point showdown. Uh, okay, so someone might be getting that for me for Christmas, so I can't say yes or no. I don't know. It's the same thing as Gigawatt. Someone asked me about that earlier. I was like, I can't really answer that. Kicked by Starscream? Okay, that's better. I want for only the jump pack. Yeah, I did see it was $30. All right, see you, Alex. Um, can you answer my question if you can't give? I'm not giving people shoutouts. Uh, will I do a Christmas live stream? Probably not. But the jump pack, I do like the jump pack, and it's funny enough that you mentioned that because I, from Chris Vellner, got the Crimson Brute from I think it was Series 7 of the mystery packs, and that comes with the Crimson jump pack, and I love that thing. I've actually got a number of jump pack brutes now. I got that newer version from the Halo Wars 2 lineup. I've got a blue one from the ODST Ambush. I've got the purple one that came with the Rocket Hog versus anti-aircraft gun. Of course, I got the Crimson one from Series 7 now. I've got the Cobalt one from the Cobalt Combat Unit, the Covenant version. And then I also got a black one with the red trim from the NMPD Warthog. One of the sets I reviewed when I was looking for SS left foot. I did not buy the set because I found left foot and bottom. I don't think I've reviewed the Defense Point Showdown. Because, I mean, I don't have it. Here's a little clue as to who I'm reviewing next. He's from TF Prime. He's silent but deadly. Ah! You know, you say that, but that could also be a reference to RC because there was that joke in the show. What do you prefer, 343 grunt design or Bungie grunt design? Bungie, Bungie any day. I can't really get into the. I don't hate the look of the grunts, but I just like how distinct the Bungie design was because the 343 ones just look so bulbous and weird looking. Like I know they're meant to be weird, but it just looked like a whole other creature. The Bungie design, I don't know, there was just something so distinct. I also love the face masks for them, the respiratory, the breathers. Um, so yeah, Bungie for me. Um, I like the original elites, but I don't mind the 343 elites. I especially don't mind the Zealot elites. Those things are pretty badass. Brutes. I mean, does it really matter? um, and then for Jackals, I kind of get what they were going for with the 343 Jackals, but I kind of also feel like they kind of missed the point of the Jackals. So there we go. And then what else is out there? Spartans. I like the original design for the Spartans because they were simpler. Why did 343 decide? Hey, let's make everything all curvy and weird and just so many different parts on something. Just make a normal suit. Why does it always have to look weird? I mean, look at that Pelican. Look at the 343 Pelican, like the original 343 Pelican for Halo 4 and 5, and then compare it to this. Look at that boxy shape. Look at that clean aesthetic. It looks like something in the army or navy or whatever. It looks like something from some military grade design. And then you look at the one in Halo 4 and 5, and it's just so weird with the bulbous cockpit. I don't like it. I would like Hasbro to make more Transformers with boats. Oh, yes. Can we have Thunder Blast? I would like that. In fact, I'm kind of surprised there's no third-party Thunder Blast. Who does the nice C? They should do Thunder Blast. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, that one kind of makes sense. Do you think Transformers should have more humanoid behaviors? I guess. That Halo ship looks like the drop ship from Aliens. There you go. Actually bought the new Pelican for the sale price. Oh, for 150? Was it? Yeah, this Pelican is something else. You know what? Let me tell you this. The reason why I decided to get that Pelican is because I have not been disappointed by Halo or any of its sets. I've got a huge collection, so many sets, and I just never really jumped at the fact or jumped at the point where I'm like, I love this series so much that I'm willing to pay a lot for one of its products. The only other line that I can think of that I actually done that for toys is Siege, because I loved everything that was coming out with Siege, or at least for the most part, and even the worst toys weren't really that bad for me. Um, but I pretty much loved everything to come out for Siege, especially when I first got Hound, because that was something else. Um, and I was at the point where I just thought, you know what? Let's jump on this. I just got Jetfire. Jetfire was really cool. Let's jump on Omega Supreme. I got it. Love it. So yeah. But I had the same thought with the Pelican Inbound, for I don't know how long since pretty much they started with the Halo line. Um I've been collecting the sets and I haven't really been disappointed by any of them. Uh, there's things I might be disappointed by with those sets, but I'm not disappointed with the overall set. I like the overall set. So when it came to this point, I thought, okay, maybe I should try and actually jump on that price. I didn't want to get some of the signature series stuff when it comes to the big ships like the Infinity and Forward Unto Dawn, because I mean they're cool as display pieces, but that's pretty much mostly what they are. There might be some play value to them, but there's really not much to it. Especially with the Infinite or Infinity, because I mean that thing looks good, but there was already the Forward Unto Dawn, and it kind of looks very similar to it. I mean, you squint and they kind of look the same, and I don't know. It's just there's not much going on with it because it's got a lot of parts that gives it a lot of texture, but then you take a look at the space and what's inside of it, and there's really not much going on. When it comes to the elephant, there's not much going on inside that. There's some cool things, but not you know not anything major. But that's kind of the point. because with the did I say elephant? I meant the mammoth. Um, because with the mammoth, I might have said mammoth, but whatever. Anyways, with the mammoth, it's supposed to be empty space. You are supposed to put in. It fits a warthog inside it. It fits multiple other figures. You could put so many figures. You could put a bunch of mongooses. There's a much larger vehicle called the Cobra that I was able to store in the mammoth too. So it just gives you so much space to do other things with that. And there's so many other ramps and whatnot, and I love that thing. But getting back to the Pelican, like again, so many sets that I love. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna jump the gun on the Pelican. I knew that I was gonna try and get it, but I thought, okay, maybe this will be something for next year. And I saw it for sale for 150, and I thought, yeah, I'll jump on that. What's the biggest set you have, and which one is the best in your opinion? Okay, are you talking about Halo or anything in general? Because anything in general, I feel like Omega Supreme has been pretty good, but he's just so loud. Because some of the ratchet joints, and I'm a little nervous about them. I do really like Triptychon, but I'm worried about the hips, so I don't really articulate the legs too much. Um, I think the best big thing that I've got is probably that mammoth. It's probably that. I need to clean that thing up though, because it is definitely dusty and whatnot. But that mammoth is probably the best thing that I've got as far as largest thing. I mean, I got Optimus Prime from the Masterpiece line, the MP10. But are we counting that? Like, what's the point where we say, okay, this is the biggest thing? Transformers wise is probably Omega Supreme. I mean, I love Triptychon, but that Omega Supreme just blew me away. Uh, Bionicle, I mean, the biggest thing I got is Accelerating 9, so I guess it's that. But for Halo, I mean, I love the Pelican. I love the Pelican. I adore it. I love like holding it and swinging it around. Like it's a heavy set, but you can still carry it and swing it around, no problem. But the Mammoth, like I won it in a contest, a stop motion contest, so I never paid anything for that. And then furthermore, it's got like I love sets that give you so much space to play around with because you can use it for display or you could use it for stop motion or you could just have things inside of it. That's why I love base transformers and base sets and whatnot because it just gives you space to do stuff with. Um, that's why I like the buildings. I always wanted to get the assault on high grounds because it's like the perfect set for that. But the mammoth is pretty much that on wheels, and I love that. Pity we never got a Transformers animated Omega. Yeah, kind of. So yeah, I think out of anything big, it would have to be that mammoth. It's the biggest thing I could think of that I really love. The second place would definitely probably be Omega Supreme, and then third would be the Pelican. But I don't even know because I just got I Omega Supreme is pretty recent, but I love that thing. Um, Pelican might be the second or first actually. I'm gonna say it's third because it's new right now, but it has blown me away. I love the design, the details, and the coloring, and it's just so awesome. But I love the space in the mammoth that you get. So and the tires too. The tires are huge. So is there going to be a Halo movie happening? I don't know about Halo movie. There was supposed to be, but that turned into District 9. There's a show that's in the works. Do you think Hot Rod X? What? I don't know. Which Shockwave figure is your favorite? The Masterpiece. Uh, followed by maybe Siege. Followed by I think G1. Um, but I don't know. Definitely Masterpiece is the first. I think I'm gonna call it a night soon. So it don't make sense. Well, watch the show. You might think otherwise. What do you think is the thing you like most about Infinite so far? Again, I'm not a gamer, so I can't really say for sure. But what I like about Infinite so much is going back to some of the more, I don't want to say classic, but more simplistic design. I know that a lot of the sets have been reusing Reach designs, but I'm not sure if that really has any ties to the Infinite game itself. Um, because we haven't really seen anything Reach related show up in the game, but we don't know much about the game regardless. Um, but I like that more simplistic look to it. I know some people don't like the look of the game compared to some of the like Halo 2 Anniversary and the quality of that. And it looks good, but I don't think what's going on is really a quality issue. I know someone had pointed this out. I can't remember who it was, but I saw a video on it, and I don't think it's a quality thing. I think that's an aesthetic choice. I think they purposely wanted to make it look a little more simplistic, maybe closer to some of the older Halo 2 and Halo 3 games. Maybe even Reach. Um, do I think it's kind of going backwards? Kind of. I feel like they could do a little bit better, though. But I get what they're wanting to do. And again, I don't think it's like, oh, this is a low quality game. I don't think it's that. I think it's just they're trying to do something different with it. Maybe it is low quality because of what happened with Halo 5. But I don't know because um, they still I don't know. Again, I'm not a gamer, so I can't really say for sure. All I could say is I like the look of Halo Infinite as far as their designs are concerned. Kiss Players reboot when? Oh yeah, I didn't really think about the peg issue with the Inferno because it is just a remold of Grapple. I don't know. I feel like they would change it, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. My thing is that I don't really have the concern with Grapple right now. I haven't even shaved the pegs and I haven't broken them off. Um, I would definitely recommend doing that, like shaving the pegs, but I haven't had a need for it on my copy at the very least. Or I think you can probably oil the pegs or something. I don't know. But yeah, I am a little concerned that's going to carry over to Inferno. My grapple is Newt broke. My Studio Series Shadow Raider broke recently. Oh, clear plastic? That's my guess. Is something on the clear plastic? Is it the shoulders or is it the backpack? I just want to see what exactly broke. It's the arms. Okay, but is it the shoulder joint or is it like the lower arm? What? I don't even understand that question. Like, first of all, it's do not did, and then or is it? Unless you meant like before. But anyways, I don't know what that. I don't know what you're asking. Oh, SS-49 Bumblebee broke. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Okay. Rodimus Primal, you're here. I was just about to close it up, but I guess not. Hey, Rodimus, are we still doing that event thing with the guys over at T-Formers? You're always late to the party. Tisk, tisk, tisk. We're just talking about stuff. I keep ranting about things. I was talking about this little beauty right here, the Pelican Inbound. It's a big set. It's definitely not small. There we go. Just talking about stuff, just hanging out, doing whatever, relaxing, chilling, hanging out by the pool or the basketball. And then a couple of guys that were up to no good started making trouble in the neighborhood. Got in one little fight. My mom got scared and she said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle to the town. Go bye." Yeah. Siege Impactor for $1. Wow. What else? What else is there to talk about? I know we talked about what reviews are coming out. I've got Animated Ironhide coming out. Because I finished that, I still need to do Jet Shatter and Siege Springer for the rest of the year. A good question? Yes. Interesting. A Goot question. Question about Goot. Oh, Zeta Versus. I recognize you. I watched your video recently. It's bad because I don't remember what the video. Not your video is bad. It's bad that in my memory I can't remember what the video is. It was a good video. Oops. I'm gonna pull Excalibur from the sword. I did it. Erector video. That's what it was. I also saw something else, but I can't remember what the other video was. I do remember seeing the Erector one. And how he needs more toys. Virtual hug. Okay, there you go. I would love a Gears and Swerve in a new form because I mean I love that original design, I really do. But I'm curious to see what they would do with a mold nowadays. So I'm just looking at my Bionicle shelf in Halo. I know I should probably cool it down with Halo stuff. I know my Instagram's got a ton of it, but it's just something that I've been really into. And again, with Transformers, it's been so difficult with trying to find them and then exclusives. And for some reason, Canada doesn't have that Prime Breakdown set, but it's that sword that Markiplier took out. We are getting Mr. Whiny, aka Huffer. Why not Grumpy Gears? You know what? I'm glad that we're getting Huffer at least because I mean, look at the original ones. Um, I know some people want the Gears and Swerve. In fact, someone ranted at me that I'm glad that at least they're doing Warpath because you know those two definitely needed an update, and they got mad at me saying, "Well, it's been so long since Gears and and Huffer. I keep saying Huffer. Gears and Swerve got their figures. They need an update." And I'm just thinking, okay, Gears and Swerve is probably going to get an update in the future. You know, they probably have a design for it too. So I'm not worried about that. You know, we got core class, we got deluxe. I feel like they fit in those. My thing is that okay, Huffer, Pipes, and Warpath. Look at the original Legends toys. They were pretty much nothing. They were cheap. They were lame, and it wasn't because the mold was bad. because those molds were suited for another character. It's the fact that they were Optimus and Megatron, and that was it. It's a Crimson Megatron, and two Optimus Primes that look like they're gonna haul stuff for different companies. That's it. I want to find some Kingdom toys. I know the core class stuff is available in some places, but not out here. I know that EB Games has a lot in uh, on pre-order. They even have the Starscream, the new Studio Series Bumblebee movie one. Star Saber I want. Thunderwing would be cool. I would love a Titan class Thunderwing. Could you imagine that thing? I mean, like you said, Leo Kaiser. They did a Leo Kaiser in Combiner Wars. Why can't they do a Thunderwing in one of these series? I would love a Titan class, or not Titan class, Commander class. Titan class would be cool, but it'd just be a little too big for me. But I wouldn't mind it. They messed up Leo Kaiser though. Yeah. To its credit though, the sorry, the mold that would be suited for it came out later. But either way, they could. You know what? Why didn't they just remold it from Cyclonus? Why did they use Skylinks for that? I guess it's because they couldn't use Skylinks for anything else, and they just wanted to use that mold. But if they remolded it from Cyclonus, that would have been fine. Oh, Ray's here. Long time no see. Because at least that would have been suited. Oh, marvelous. Only Star Saber won the fan vote. Yeah, I'm starting to think that Star Saber should have won the fan vote because we got an Optimus Primal technically later on, anyways, and also that Surfboard Optimus Primal. I think that's one of the main reasons why I didn't want to get that is because yes, there's a third-party upgrade kit, but at the time when that was released, you didn't really have it. But the fact that that didn't have an 8 mode. Why do you keep putting a second O in certain words? But no, I don't play Fortnite. Yeah, Star Saber. That's why we got Optimal Optimus from Combiner Wars is because Star Saber lost the fan vote. I'm trying to think of what else I would love to get. I mean, I mentioned Tarantulas and Silverbolt. Can we, please? Before anyone says, well, Silverbolt was a season 2 character, they're doing season 1 characters right now. Yes, I see that, but they could also do it after Kingdom. There's nothing that necessarily says because you look at the Prime Wars stuff, and some of the Prime Wars got leaked into Siege. You got the Green Light that came out, and then you got Lancer that was in Selects. So I yeah, they definitely should have had the 6. But what I will say is, I get why Leo Kaiser was repaints, and I'm trying to understand the process on that. It would be cool if they were the 6. They should have been the 6, but I'm trying to get like the idea from like the toy designer's perspective. I think because it came apparent with the Halo line that for some toys they have a certain budget on what new molds they can make. So whole new toys or just a new head and then re-release a toy. So that's why you might get a lot of repaints and stuff like that in main lines and stuff. Even though it's gotten a little overboard with the exclusives and selects. But anyways, so I kind of get why Leo Kaiser was like that, but at the same time, why Skylinks? I feel like the only reason why they chose Skylinks is because they had to or were told to reuse that form in some way. And that's the only reason. Pterosaur would be cool. We had a whole list of core class figures, and It seems like most of it, but I'm hoping Pterosaur gets a toy. He should get a toy. Why shouldn't he? Thunderclash would be nice. I would love to see Thunderclash. Um, you know what would be cool is if, okay, we're getting Rodimus, I'm sure, at some point. And then we're getting the Earth mode Ultra Magnus. Wouldn't it be cool or interesting to see the Rodimus trailer get remolded in some form and be able to hook up with that cab Ultra Magnus, and they remold the entire thing to be Thunderclash? I wouldn't mind seeing that if they could do it. I can't guarantee that they could do it, but if they can remold it, I feel like it's possible. That also depends on how Rodimus is going to be designed. Do you think Rodimus could be a remold of the studio? Yeah, he's got to be a remold of the Voyager. I mean, why wouldn't they use that mold? I know. I like the Tetrajets, but I hate all of them are being exclusives. The only not exclusive Seeker after Siege is Starscream. Why? Why? Thundercracker, Skywarp, Ramjet, Dirge, Thrust. The only one that seems like, okay, that's fine as an exclusive is Sandstorm. Why are so many of these exclusives? It is so annoying, especially when like half of the main ones, half of the main six are Target exclusives. And then two of them are Amazon, and then all you get is Starscream. And even he's a pain in the ass because most of my stores stock up on Grapple and then they don't get a new stock. Everyone's taken the Starscreams already. So, you couldn't find a Starscream. I'm so happy I got a Starscream now. All you ever get is Cyberverse. Yeah, I've gotten a couple of those now. Um, I didn't really get into Cyberverse too much because a lot of the characters and toys were just so much like the generation stuff. I mean, there's some that I like, but not only that, I wasn't sure how invested I would get into the show, um, and also I knew this was just gonna be a quick series, so it's like, do I really want to dive into it, even if it's just the Cyberverse Warrior stuff? Like even the deluxes, I'm like, yeah, these are cool, but do I need them? Would be cool to get the uh what is his name? Not Alchemist. God, what is his name? The Build a Figure. Yes, people keep saying, and I gotta bring this up. People keep saying that, oh, I would love for them to remold Springer into Sandstorm. I think that would be pretty. Mac Adams, that was the name. I think that would be pretty cool if Sandstorm got remolded from Springer. And I'm just sitting here thinking, I don't want that. I want Springer to, or I want Sandstorm to be his own mold. I don't want to see another remake of that. While it would be interesting what they would do, I just want a G1 style Sandstorm. I love my Sandstorm though. I really do. I like the Generations one that they did with the Springer, and it's really admired how much that is remolded from the original figure. I think that's also what kind of started the trend of like so many figures using the same parts as that thing because people praise that and they're thinking, oh, we could just keep going with that. And some are pretty cool. Some are just like they're kind of weak because they have to work around another figure and it just doesn't work because uh, some of it is kind of restricting itself compared to if it just was a whole new mold. But anyways, regardless, Sandstorm should just be his own. Sandstorm should not just be a rehash of Springer. If they do that, fine, whatever. I just want to see a whole new Sandstorm. And they could remold Earthrise Starscream with female. Yes, I want to see that. You know, it's funny you mentioned that because there's that rumor listing of a Seeker coming out for the Netflix line. They didn't say the name of it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just Starscream or someone else, maybe even Thrust. Wouldn't that be weird? But I would like to see. I said Nacelle, Earth mode Acid Storm, but I also said because there's the Waspinator colored Seeker that's seen in the show that replaces Skywarp. And I'm thinking maybe that could be Waspinator. It'd be funny if we got an actual toy of that, and I would love to see that. I also mentioned, I don't know if you saw this earlier, Rodimus, um, but I mentioned because the Voyagers come in the multi packs with the smaller figures. I'm curious if they'll come with Micromasters or if they're going to come with core class figures. And I feel like the Seeker could come with the Vertebrake, and the Optimus Primal could come with maybe Rat Trap, or that be repainted into Pack Rat. Or what they could do is they repack it with a small Megatron and a small Optimus Prime, anyways. And if they do the small Optimus, I mean, I kind of get it, but I would like to see them do. I would like to see them do a Nemesis Prime repaint. But that's just me. My phone just went off. Oh, the Cyclonus. Oh, an Earthrise. Well, it wouldn't be Earthrise, but an Octane would be nice. Still no Earthrise or Kingdom Galvatron. There will be an not a Studio Series, but there will be an Earthrise, or not Earthrise, Kingdom Galvatron. Ah, I'm messing up with my words right now. Yeah, that'd be cool. I want a new crankcase. Yes, I saw Ravage like 20 times. Okay. I mentioned before, Cheetor is going to be repainted into Shadow Panther. So that listing has already been made. So all right, I have been live streaming for about 3 hours. Why do you say "you" with two O's? It's YOU, not YOOU. Anyways, so with that out of the way, I'm actually gonna call it a night. Studio Series Protoform, that would be cool. Um, Thank you, Zeta. See you. With that out of the way, check out the reviews coming out next month. I mean, I already have the Black Arachnia review that came out recently. You can check that out right now if you want. Um, but I will be working on reviews for next month. Ultimate Doom is my other channel, so you can check that out and see other content, which is where I post mostly Halo and Bionicle videos, which are two other things I'm interested in. You can check those out. I got a whole bunch of Halo reviews that you can watch. So if you like what I do with Canadian Reviewer, you might like what I do with the Halo videos. Um, and not only that, next month you're going to get a calendar of reviews. So you know how people do the 24 days stuff. Um, you're gonna get a whole. You're gonna get a review per day coming out on that channel. And then also I got probably one or two, maybe three unboxings to come out on that channel as well. So you're gonna see that. Um, as far as this channel is concerned, you know, I talked about the reviews. I would like to do something with the Transformers Misfortune crew and do a Christmas special, but I need to focus on getting these reviews done before I do anything with that. Um, so yeah, other updates I probably talked about earlier. Um, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So, I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodahs. Check out some of my other content if you want. I've got Twitter, Instagram, of course YouTube. You can see that, Facebook, and whatnot. Discord as well. I know I don't have much link for it here, but whatever. Um, yeah, with that out of the way, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.